Speaking of like weird stuff and that, I've got a new.
Well, we weren't, but go on.
No, got a new book. Do you know I had that Freaks book, the top 50 freaks? Got a new one sent to me.
Really?
Yeah, and do you know like everything normally has a name. So like if it's the two-headed fella, you know, they're all nicknames like that, aren't they?
They've got two nicknames, I imagine.
But this new book I've got, right, on the cover of this one, it's got like a woman with 3 breasts, right? And she's called the three-breasted woman, as you'd expect. The one face.
Why is she posing nude, though? That's what I want to know.
Tart?
Well, she looked happy. And there was a fella with like one face but 2 bodies.
Doing one face but 2 bodies.
One face, 2 bodies.
What do you mean one face, 2 bodies?
Surely one head, 2 bodies.
Head as well, but it was mainly the face that was weird because he looked fed up. Sort of,
what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Without a head?
How can you have? What do you mean? How did it join to the neck?
No, it did have a head, but the fact is, it was weird that it had one face to me.
What do you mean?
Well,
if you've got one head, you'd have one face.
Yeah, I know, but it was the fact that he had one face and 2 bodies that I didn't think.
But why do you keep saying one face and 2 bodies as opposed to one head and 2 bodies? We're all the man with one face.
Yeah, but now I've got one body.
Yeah, well, surely he's the man with 2 bodies then. Again, the description.
Roll up, see the man with one face.
I know, yeah.
So it's full of stuff like that, right? And what I'm saying is, that fella, you know, the one-faced man, the 3-breasted woman.
He wouldn't be known as the one-faced man, is what I'm saying.
Well,
that isn't the peculiar thing about him.
No, well, they all had names like that.
Right.
But there was one thing in it that didn't even have a nickname. It was so weird.
What do you mean?
It just said unidentified.
What does it look like?
Sort of testicles for eyes. That's. It just reminded me when you.
What do you mean testicles for eyes?
And what is it? Do they have a normal body?
I didn't even look at that.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying though. You're attracted to the oddness of the thing, and that's what I was saying about Warren when he walks in.
Warwick.
You know, it'll be odd for a minute, and then I'm sure
For him it will be. Yeah.
He'll get used to you.
I've got my head round it a bit more, and the way that there's loads of people in the world, and yet you don't see people with like dangly eyes more often. It amazes me.
I love the fact that he's amazed by not seeing freaks.
Yeah.
It's incredible. He's walking down the street going, oh, everyone's got one head. That's weird.
Suzanne, see any dangly eyes today? No, me neither.
It's weird, isn't it? What's going on in the world? Oh, he's only got to read it down.
That jingle there signifying, of course, once again, another reading from the Diary of Karl Pilkington. Now, of course, for those of you who have not been keeping abreast of Karl's medical complaints, just bring us up to speed, Karl. You had to go into hospital because previously you'd had
I've been in and out, honestly. I've been in and out of that hospital just with kidney problems, really painful and what have you. And
he had kidney stones, all right?
No, but seriously.
I had a bit of a lie-in today because I have to get up early for my operation tomorrow. Not only have I got to have tubes shoved up my knob, but I also have to get up at 5:50. Suzanne said I could have what I want for my last dinner. It's not your last dinner, you're going for an operation.
Yeah, but you can't take things for granted these days.
Oh,
I had shepherd's pie and peas. Suzanne made it from scratch. As nice as it was annoying. Because making stuff from scratch means loads of pots, and it's my job to do the washing up. So much as the food was nice, there was loads of pans and that. People who get their last dinner on death row don't have to wash up. Got up at 5:55. You were supposed to be getting up at 5:50 on the other page. You were 5 minutes late getting up.
He's often late.
Often late. Got to the hospital and had to wait in the waiting room. There was another 9 people in there waiting to be sorted. I got called in. They sat me on a bed and took all my details down. 5 minutes later I'd been knocked out. I got woke up when they were ripping a pipe out of my throat. I felt more rough this time. The doctor came to see me and said he couldn't find a stone, so I must have passed it. I said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yeah, we filled your kidney with water and expanded it and there was no hiding place." I sat in the recovery room for an hour while they found me a bed. One of the fellows who was sat in the room with me this morning got wheeled in. They couldn't wake him up. All the nurses were laughing because he didn't want to wake up. I bet they were laughing at me when I was in the theatre. Someone told me they totally strip you when they're operating. I would have looked like the alien on the Boswell incident.
Boswell!
quite a nice analogy if it weren't for the fact that you said Boswell.
It's
The Roswell incident. Didn't sleep much through the night because there was a 60-year-old fella shouting at the nurse about his pillows. I don't think I slept through a full hour with one thing or another going on. My bed was next to the toilet, so I kept hearing the flush.
How do they sleep in hospitals, though? They wake you up to give you fucking sleeping pills and things, don't they? How do you sleep in there?
I don't know what it is. There's no air. There was an old fella across from me who kept breaking wind. He didn't even try and cover it. He was just of that age where he didn't care. Just like, that's what I do. I'm in the hospital, leave me alone.
What do you mean?
Just, I don't know what was wrong with him. I talked to him because at first I felt sorry for him. I was a little bit like, you know, he's had no visitors. No one's calling him up, so I'll talk to him. But then he got that familiar with me that he'd just be doing it whilst I'm chatting to him. Just like he's my granddad or something. It's just like, oh, that's what he does. It's like, well, I'm ill as well. Stop doing that. Honestly, unbelievable. He didn't even try and cover it with a cough. It was just like, that's...
With a cough? How would you cover it with a cough?
just non-stop.
Got home and sat down. My pains are coming back, but the doctor said this would happen, that my insides are still in shock, so I need to take it easy. It's 9 o'clock. I'm in agony. I can't do the diary for the rest of the day.
Jesus.
So you may as well just tell us then what happened.
Suzanne just got frustrated with me because I was rolling about on the floor and she was trying to watch Arthur, right? So that was on the other night.
I thought it was when you lodger.
So,
And she said, look, if you're in pain, do something. She said, you know...
you went and got a cold plate.
Yeah. No, use an ashtray. Plates are for liver damage.
Got in a taxi. He filled up on the way, which was annoying.
He didn't.
That
He
is
did.
cheeky.
That really... I mean, he could
On
see
the
I was
way
in
to the
pain.
hospital.
So,
Because he's not an ambulance driver.
so anyway, he gets us there and he doesn't charge us, which is pretty decent.
Oh, that's all right, yeah.
So this gay fella came through. And,
How do you know he was gay?
just the way he was. I'm not having a go. He was a good fella. Do you know what I mean?
A
He was-
doctor, you mean?
No, he was he was a nurse.
Right.
And he came through and just sort of went, oh, how are you? And I was like, oh, I've had better days. So he got
As
me
you
on
mentioned in the diary, I remember the first time when I came here, they said the nurse might put a tablet up my arse. I thought the chances of that happening had just increased.
Oh, Karl!
Yeah, but I would have let him do it. Honestly, I was that sort of out of it. That
Of course you'd let him do it. He's a qualified nurse.
No, but the way I am now, say if it was just a tablet for sorting out my blood pressure, and I walked in there and he went, oh, hello, and he said, yeah, let's pop that. I'd go, hang on a minute. but what I mean is that night, I would have just let him put 3 up, honestly. It's just weird, isn't it, how your body just goes, let him get on with it, and you trust anyone, don't you? When you're in that much pain and you need
And
help.
they're a qualified nurse, yes. Karl, of course, has written a poem about the experience entitled My Ward.
All I've done here, I've been through I don't know what the word is, a bad experience.
Trauma.
A trauma, yeah, I've been through a load of trauma. So I'm just finishing it off with a little sort of picture for people.
Go on then.
Me, a Chinese fella, and an old bloke who looked like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Don't know what was wrong with him, but breaking wind was the symptoms. No one visited him or called him. He seemed quite lost to me. As well as wind problems, he had a colostomy.
Back.
When I left, I said, see you to the old man. Turned out the other fella wasn't Chinese. He was from Japan. I never found out what was up with him. You've got a little picture there, haven't you, of me sat in my ward. I'm sat there with that fella who I didn't talk to, the old fella who had wind problems. And that's what a poem is, isn't it?
But the detail about you thought he was Chinese and he turned out to be Japanese, how is that evocative? That's just a piece of misinformation.
It's just
I like it.
I imagine a lot of people make
I
the
like
same
it because
mistake.
you know why? It's like he even makes digressions within his poem.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like he could have gone back and erased that, but he didn't. He left that digression in, and I think that's great.
To be honest, had a late night last night because I stayed up to watch a programme about monkeys.
It's already good.
Of course he did.
It's already good.
Now, before I read on, I mean, is this not some kind of monkey news? Is this not a late return to monkey news?
Well, it's not that good.
Is it not? Whereas the other monkey news is...
Oh, chimpanzee, that's some more shit.
This is what he says. This is what he gleaned from the programme about monkeys. It sat on a bridge and wanted stuff off people to walk over the bridge.
What?
So it was acting as some kind of toll booth,
This
was
is
it?
ridiculous.
No, it was a bridge in like the jungle.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
And it's a monkey that's sat on a bridge, and a lot of tourists go through the area.
No, it's a monkey
look at them.
who realised that if he sits there, he'll get stuff because it'll look like it's a cute little chimp begging.
No, but every time.
Yeah, because you give a monkey, you give it. Oh, I'm as bad as him now. If you give a chimpanzee a banana, and he starts realising that humans have things to give.
Yeah, but it's all
squirrels
sorts of
learn
stuff.
that. But you don't go. Oh, you wouldn't say, "Oh, went to the park. There's squirrels waiting at the gate." You have to give them a toll to go in. They don't do anything to give them nuts. They come up to you every time. You fucking idiot.
Went to bed after watching it and fell asleep thinking about it on the bridge right now. It's a bit bad, really, because the monkey should work harder for its food. It made me remember the slug I saw yesterday that was eating bird poo. Nobody would ever help a slug with food like they do with ducks and monkeys. A slug's life is pretty bad. The only time they come out of their den is when it's raining.
Den.
So even their days out are depressing.
It is. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It is like, it's a horrible thing to be, innit? A slug.
Love him talking about what is it like to be a slug.
No, just because, like, the monkey, even though it's been quite aggressive, everyone was like, oh, give it some water, and it was well, like, kitted out. It had, like, you know, chocolate bars, bottled water, some, like, you know, fizzy stuff, and all that.
An iPod, it was listening to Monkey News.
It could have had one if it wanted one. It was getting away with murder on that bridge. And that's just because it was furry. Yeah, if that was like a blob, like a slug, there's no way people would be that friendly towards it. And it just annoys me how you get this pecking order for, like, no matter what creature you are, favouritism. And that slug was only eating that bird poo because it wasn't being offered stuff.
If it was offered toffees or whatever.
Well, it's just sad, isn't it? It's come to that. That's where its life has come to.
Yeah, but it's not as
was
mollusk
raining, like
that's
I said.
down on its fucking luck.
It didn't live in a big country house
No,
and his
but it
wife left
is.
it, the
I
kids
was-
went, it
I
started
was
hitting the
watching
bottle.
it, and I kind of thought, and look, they do only come out in the rain, and it's depressing, and it'll probably get killed in a bit, and that was its last meal. I just...
Last meal.
But it
people
wouldn't
don't care.
prefer steak and chips, Carl. It
No,
doesn't
a leaf.
have...
It must like a leaf or you know, at the end of the day, it's an insect. They love a
It's
leaf.
not an insect.
Well, it's part of that gang. It's part of that. No, it's part of
They
that.
hang out together, they hang out
It's not.
together.
Why do you think it's part of that
Because
gang?
it knocks about in the woods in the same place as a spider does. But what I'm saying is they're eating boring stuff because that is what's
It's
in
not
their
boring
area.
stuff to them. They're not. I have no opinion of it at all. They take in sustenance.
No, but where you are is what you eat. When I'm in London, I'll have beans on toast for lunch. On holiday, what? Tapas? Go on, I'll have a bit. So it's whatever you eat, what's in that area.
Suzanne went off to work and I went to the shop to buy some envelopes. The shop was empty, but the fella behind the counter was on the phone and just kept talking even though he could see I was waiting. I started to count backwards from 20. When I got to 6, he hung up and served me. I won't use the shop again. Question, why count backwards from 20?
So he's thinking, what's going to happen at 1? If I start counting from 1, he's going, well, let him carry on.
What, out loud?
So, not really loud, but like more of a mouth action, so he could see who was doing it. Do you know, like
Sorry, you just started miming counting backwards to a man in a shop.
he's on the phone. The shop
Yes.
is empty. I
Yes.
thought he'd like me custom. He could have served me and stay on the phone. Even though I don't like that, at least he's still doing what you know he needs to do.
I'd have said,
working the
sorry,
shop.
can I just get these, please?
Yeah. Well, I stood there and I thought, it's annoying me now. My kidneys aching, and I started to get a bit of a sweat on. So I thought, right, I'm going to give him 20 seconds, and if he hasn't got off the phone, I'm leaving. Again,
You are
giving
one
yourself,
of the strangest people.
It's just giving yourself a thing. I could have been stood there for
Free.
ages.
He's one of the strangest people who's free to walk.
Yeah.
It's
the
about
streets.
No, I set myself a little target, and I thought I don't want to waste another 30 seconds in here. I'll give him 20. It worked. He served me at 6.
But it didn't work. Yeah, but did he do it because you were doing that, or did he finish his phone call?
I don't know. I was busy counting.
One prediction for the future, Karl, is from an academic study, what the world will be like in about 75 years from now. And a big prediction they're sort of sure of is that androgyny will rule. But soon you won't even need a female or a man in your life. You'll just need the egg or sperm. And you'll be able to have any coupling you want or not. Thoughts, Karl?
That isn't what I've heard.
What were you heard?
I heard
So
that.
you read an academic study, Rick, but
Yeah.
let's find out what Carl's been reading.
I heard we're, you know, we're all going to go ugly.
Different point, though, isn't it?
That's a completely different point, that. Not listening to a word Ricky said. But
No, it's just if we all sort of go ugly, that will sort the population
He
problem
gets an
out.
extra syllable in the word ugly. 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 Ugly.
Yeah. So that just sorts the population out because people aren't sort of having it away left, right, and centre.
Well, no, well then that doesn't sort of... What do you mean?
Sorry, Rick, I don't understand what the hell he said there.
Are you saying, because everyone's ugly, everyone won't want to have it away more with the ugly person?
Yeah.
Okay, I still don't... You seem to understand what he's talking about, Rick. I'm still confused.
But what he thinks is that if we're all ugly, then we still have this strange paradigm of beauty that won't exist, so we won't fancy anyone as much.
No, they'll still sort of fancy, because at the end of the day, we're animals, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll still have it away, but not as much as they'd like to do now, because it's all based on looks.
Sorry, but what's this got to do with what Ricky said?
What's this world like? Describe a typical town or country
It's
set to me.
exactly right. Imagine London, you've still got the gherkin, you've still got the big wheel. It's just everyone's ugly.
Right, and they're doing all the same jobs, are they?
Everyone's still, the world's got to carry on.
What do they look like? What's ugly?
Just imagine, like, have you ever seen anyone when you've just gone, look at that?
Yeah.
Right, well, like that.
Yeah, but hold on, because it's not like
because
a strict...
we have got better looking, haven't we? If I look back now
Yeah.
at a school photo,
Yeah.
you look at my class and you go, what was going on then? You can't tell the difference between some of the girls and the blokes.
When he said we've got better looking, I thought he was going to talk about cavemen, not his school photo. I mean, what happened there? There's been no evolution in that time. What are you talking about, Karl?
We've got better looking now, haven't we?
But we will change.
Yeah, we'll
Probably
change.
not in
There's little
75
things.
years.
I mentioned before about your little finger. There'll come a time when that'll go. I've watched it. I've kept an eye on what my little finger's doing. Sometimes it does nothing. It never helps out. All the others are grabbing all the stuff. That one just sort of sits there watching. So you could get rid of that, and I think that will go in evolution.
Think of the books he could have read when he was doing that, when he was monitoring his little finger.
I've been watching my little finger.
I think what's more interesting about the future, Karl, is the fact that technology integrated with humans will be fascinating. So, for instance, they're talking, about the fact that in the future we may even be able to have chips in our head that allow us to access the internet, or an equivalent of it, directly, mentally.
So imagine that. To say, not French fries.
Hang on, though. At what point are we us, then?
Yeah, this is good.
Go on.
No, because if I can go on the internet at any time, then that's going to know more than me.
What does that mean?
Okay.
When I don't know an answer to something now, which is a lot of stuff.
Really?
Go on.
You watch University Challenge, and the stuff them kids on that know. I just think, where have they stored that? For me, if something doesn't get used within a time period, that's it.
But again,
it's forgotten about.
Basically, you've got about the same hardware as those people.
Honest to God, I haven't. I know I haven't. So what I'm saying is, if I want to know the answer to something, I go on the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if I've got a chip in my head with Google on it, I'm never going to use my head. I'll just be forever on Google.
I'm never going to use my head!
Well, I'm not,
But
because
what do you
what's
think
the
your
point?
head is, though?
Because I'm going to get it wrong. The chances are I'll get it wrong, so divert that. It's like saying...
No, you can't bypass the brain straight to Google. When you're having a chat socially, it's not like they're going, all right, Karl, how are you? And you're not there. You're asleep, and Google's talking. I think you'll find it.
No, only...
You want to see naked ladies? Come this way.
No. I don't watch University Challenge and go, I want to be like them, I'm going to start reading books. I've accepted I'm never going to be like them. I can't play along. All I tend to do is I say to Suzanne, right, so every question now, I'm going to have egg as the answer. And I'm hoping that one day...
What an amazing game! What an amazing intellectual pursuit that is!
What a lucky lady.
What does Suzanne say to that?
Well, she just sees if it works. She just plays along, and then I'm saying, oh, it might be this one or whatever.
I love that, because I remember once, it was about 5 years ago, Karl and Suzanne were round near Christmas, and me and Jane were there. We were playing different parlour games, like charades and that, and then one game, you have to do that thing where you have to beat, and you have to do animals, and you have to go, first one is A, then B. So you say aardvark, next one goes beaver, next one goes cat. It came to Karl, he panicked, and he went egg.
And he was on egg. So you're sat there watching University Challenge, and on a good night, it's, you know, well-known jeweller Fabergé, well known for his jewel-encrusted egg. Humpty Dumpty is commonly pictured as a living egg. Sometimes
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna, if you keep saying the same thing, eventually, it's like a broken watch.
Karl
It's always
Pilkington's head
right,
looks
innit?
like hay.
Yeah. I think Steve's right, and I don't know, I haven't read it, but I imagine he's saying it's the next step in convenience with technology and an interface between a human and a research tool or fun. You know, computers went from being the size of a room to a thing you can wear on your watch. So the next step may be, oh, you won't forget your palm top, you won't forget your iPod, you won't forget your laptop. It's in there, it's an interface.
I know, but it makes us lazy.
Karl, it's not a question of. It's not that Google is now Karl. It looks like Karl, but it's just spouting, you know, little pop-ups about offers you can buy and all the cheap holidays here and there.
He's not the man I'm married.
Right, look at it like this.
Jesus.
Look, I see it all the time now.
Go on.
You go, where are you going, to someone? And they go, I'm going to Dorset.
Right.
Oh, aye, what road are you taking? Don't know, just pop on the sat-nav. Now, that's a start, isn't it?
Okay. Let's act that out with me, okay? I'm going away for the weekend, Karl.
Are you?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Dorset.
Oh, yeah. How are you getting there?
Car.
Oh, right, yeah, well, which way are you going?
Don't know. What do you want to know?
Oh, just making a friendly chat. Just, you know, I'm interested in geography. Which way are you going?
Well, I don't know really. I've got a sat nav in my car, and I'm getting there. And what do you know? What?
Easy, isn't it?
Well, I'm not a pigeon. I don't.
I mean, you got an A to Z.
Well, yeah, but it's on a computer with the A to Z. What's the difference between looking at an A to Z and
Lazy, though.
Not really. No. Why? Why is it any different that I've got it computerised so I can go along? A to Z is a bit dangerous, isn't it? It's a bit. Don't go to A to Z when you're driving along.
Clive, who are you talking to? Because we need to hit the road. We need to get going.
Well, it's this fucking idiot who wants to know what road I'm taking, which is a fucking boring thing to ask anyway.
Sorry, who is this twat? Because we really got to get going.
He's a fucking dickhead. I think he's an A to Z salesman by the door. I mean,
we'll just tell him we're using the sat nav because it's the quickest, most efficient way to do it.
It's the quickest, most efficient way of doing it.
No, but look what's happened.
Who the fuck are you?
Would Columbus found America if he had a sat nav?
Yes!
No, he wouldn't.
He'd have put in America and he would have taken it to
He wouldn't.
America.
He only found it because he got lost. Now, if everybody just goes...
Hold on. How would an undiscovered country be on a sat-nav?
No.
Go on.
But I just
What's
mean...
the difference between the sat-nav and the map in that regard?
Because I've found some lovely little cafes on roads I've never been on.
And I've instantly gone from finding a continent to a little cafe.
I love that!
Little greasy spoon.
I am off to discover the unknown world. Where are you going? Well, I don't know yet, it's the unknown world. What are you taking? Just boat, lazy swim, you cunt. I love the fact that he's so Luddite now, he's annoyed at the sat-nav. I mean, you'd have probably given Columbus a hard time. Oh, got a compass. Don't you know where north is, you twat?
I just think there's something in being lost. I never feel lost. I just think, oh, I've had a diversion. Because you find new things. I'm forever going down...
Suzanne's asking the French peasant where the...
Just think, you know, Columbus...
All right, what's the most interesting thing you found when lost?
Like I say, I found a shop that was like a fancy dress shop.
Amazing.
Do you need fancy dress stuff?
Dressed
You
up
never
as
go
Columbus,
out.
went and bought a sat-nav, went to Dorset for the weekend.
You never go out. Why do you need a fancy dress shop? That sounds like the one thing you would hate is fancy dress.
No, but I like looking at they have like a space helmet in there.
Right, so you found a fancy dress shop. Where are you supposed to be going that you had time to get sidetracked and go in a...
I think I was going to a meeting.
Amazing, that's the last time!
So you want to get lost?
Yeah, you don't want to get lost, do
because I always give myself loads of time because I get lost a lot. I always give myself...
Get a sat-nav!
No, I'm just saying, that's how you find little treats along the way, and next time you pass it, or next time someone says, do you know where the fancy dress shop is? You can go, yeah, I do.
You go, I have no idea because I was lost. I didn't know where it was.
No, normally I learn.
I'm not going to tell you, lazy cunt. Have you got an A to Z? Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah, find it yourself, you lazy twat.
So...
What have you learned? You keep going on about all this learning. What have you learned?
What have you learned? Okay, sum up mankind's foray into the future. I want this. This will be the introduction to a book about the future. It will then be read in 100 years' time and go, Karl Pilkington was the most prophetic genius that's ever walked the earth. These are his words from 2010.
Just some predictions.
Just sum it up. Just sum it up. I believe. Start off with. I, Karl Pilkington, believe that mankind in the future will. Okay, start off
And
with that
then what?
sentence.
Just have like a top 5.
Well, no, or just.
Well, maybe just predictions.
Just
Yeah,
predict.
yeah.
So
and
just-
then a little thing to remember. And remember ye this. So I, Karl Pilkington, predict that in the future mankind will. Start off with that. Start off with that sentence. I've given you that one.
Alright, I'm Karl. And the future.
He's already gone off road.
It's a scary place. But the future's got to happen. Right? There's no getting away from that.
Yep. Okay, your predictions are.
Well, we're all.
It's not a soundbite.
Keep going.
Hang on a minute.
Give him space. Give him space.
This is in a book. I've got to think about. I don't want to get it wrong.
Think first. Think and then say it. Okay, starting from now. These words of wisdom will be inscribed on a wall of a museum one day. Proceed.
I think trousers are going to be stopped being made. Just because you see kids now, they've got pants around their ankles. They're going further and further down. So I think that's evolution, just getting rid of the trouser.
Right.
It's just dropping naturally.
That's the evolution of the trouser because it's dropping
Well, you
incrementally
see now, you
down
can
the
see
arse.
kids' underpants, so they're just dropping.
Yeah.
I think they'll get to a point when they just don't bother wearing them anymore.
Right.
Prediction 1.
Okay,
That's an amazing one.
They'll stop making trousers in the future.
Good.
Okay.
We're going to get weaker. That's already happened. They used to say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now they're saying eat 5 fruits.
Right.
So we've definitely that's evidence. You can't argue with that. I'll probably put that first because he goes right. What's number 2? So swap that round.
Okay, that's number
Give
1.
him the pants second.
Yep.
I'm gonna die.
Okay,
They
number
used
3.
to say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. They used to say pull your trousers up. Now they say put them down. You can. I've never had such fucking trouble.
Number 3.
Right, number 3. Oh, the scholars are now waiting with bated breath when they find this old scroll, and they go, "Ooh, what can number 3 be?"
I reckon we'll blend all our food.
Oh God!
No, because
He was going to make a point about race. I never thought it would be. We'll blend all our food.
like they do for babies, you mean?
I just think when you think about all the stuff we eat now, cavemen chewing on big lumps of meat.
Yeah.
We had wisdom teeth.
Yep.
Now they say, "Well, take them out. You're not using them."
Yeah.
Why not using them? Because your food's soft.
Yep.
Sorbet.
Yep.
Soups.
Yeah.
Everything's softer,
Just
isn't it?
those
When you get an
two, yeah.
avocado, they say, "Is it soft?" Everyone's squeezing the food before they buy it.
Yeah.
No one wants anything tough.
Yeah.
So I think chewing is a sort of
It's a
thing of the past. We haven't got the time to chew. Everyone's like, "Hurry up, eat that." You don't have to go out for dinner with Ricky. He's like, "Hurry up." Like, I'm still eating
Well,
it.
he does blend his food, I think. Okay, so blending food.
Great.
I reckon. What else do we do now? So I've done teeth. Done trousers. I've come up with this idea. It's sort of like glasses, but you can live wherever you want to live.
What do you mean?
Everything that's real, you're not looking at that anymore. This is really the future. I'd put this at number 10. This is like...
We're only doing 5. Fuck me.
So what you mean is that you look through the glasses and instead of seeing what the real world, you see a tropical
what
paradise.
you want to see. So if you're a young kid and you like the idea of living in the urban ghetto with all graffiti on the walls and that, you can see that.
Yeah, but hold on. Are you walking round? Because you'll be bumping into stuff, won't you?
No.
Why not?
No, what you mean is that the stuff that's there in the real world is being digitally reimagined
Yeah.
in your glasses. So what was a nice country lane is suddenly now an
It's
urban
got loads of
ghetto.
graffiti on it.
Sure.
Absolutely mental, pointless, will
But-
never work. Absolutely
But
one of the
older-
maddest things you've ever said.
Really weird, that one.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
could be done. I reckon it could be easily
Why
done.
would it be? Okay,
Because-
that last one, that's number 4. That's a load of bollocks. So what's number 5?
There'll be more letters in the alphabet.
Why?
Why?
Because we're running out of words now, aren't we?
No, we're not running out of
No,
words.
we are. We are definitely running out
Just
of
using,
words.
it's using the letters we've already got and
yeah.
making new words.
Yeah, we're making, yeah.
No, but we haven't got enough now.
Of course we have. Have you any idea? You could have a word with 9 L's
Yes.
before you run out.
Yeah, and they do in Wales and what have you. That's because their alphabet is shorter than ours. They've only got something like 24 letters over there.
Right.
They go mental with the L. now, what we do is we've got 26 letters, but we are now struggling.
We're not struggling at all.
We are.
We're not. I mean, it's a stupid...
Boswallocks in shampoo. Now there's a word where they've gone, well, we've invented something here. We've got something we're putting in shampoo.
Boswallocks?
Boswallocks.
Have you just made that up?
No, it's now they go, I knew with Boswallocks and ceramide R. Yeah, but that's a new word because they have to, they come up with a new word.
But it's a terrible word.
Why?
Boswallocks.
It's another word.
Is that real? You've made that up,
No, I haven't. It's a real word.
Boswallocks, yeah.
Now this is what I'm saying. So years ago, when they came up with all the sensible ingredients,
Go on.
sodium. That sounds all right.
He likes sodium. He doesn't
happy
like
with that.
Because it
Boswallocks.
sounds like something in it, like an ingredient.
Well, yeah, but that's because you're used to it.
Is this a load of Boswallocks? Are you winding me up,
No,
the two
it's
of you?
real.
It's real, and that's because 26 letters. We've wasted them. Years ago, we went mental with the, pneumonia, sticking a P on it, and there's loads of words where you go, "What's that letter doing in there?" Whereas now, they can't do that. They've gone, "Whoa, pull that back. Why is that letter there?" And now you've got stuff like abbreviations and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's not waste letters. Let's just control it a little bit. Cars are called things like, GTI or something, because they're going, well, I can't think of a word to call this. So they're giving them letters. Think of a word now. Think of a word that hasn't been made up.
What do you mean?
Well, tell me a word that hasn't been made up.
All words have been made up.
No, one that hasn't. That could be used. Say if I invent something now to put in shampoo, what can I call it? Quick.
Cranberry.
No, it's too close to that. No, we can't get that past the advertising person.
Scrimpton.
Scrimpton.
Yeah.
It took Ricky 2 goes and you accepted his second one.
Well, I think we've sorted out the future.
I don't care because it's the last day on Earth.
What would you do?
I've always wanted to kick a duck up the arse. The spiders, the deadly ones you're aware of. The ones that are just pottering about, you go, don't even worry about them, don't even give them a name. They're not doing anything.
But what if there's another poisonous spider they haven't identified yet, lurking in the undergrowth?
I'd be very surprised.
So you'd be very surprised.
I'd be surprised if there was
It
something...
sounds like laziness on your part.
But they're
No,
discovering
it's
new
not.
species all the time.
We know about all the dangerous stuff now, because we have to. We live in
No,
a
we
world
don't.
now. We do. We know about a lot of the dangerous stuff. Whenever they find something new now, it's like a new butterfly or...
Well, no, look at AIDS. When I was a kid, no one had ever heard of AIDS.
Yeah, but that's not a natural thing, is it? That's not like a spider or
What do you mean it's not a natural
ladybird.
thing?
It's not a natural thing. It's not something that's... AIDS hasn't been, like, living under the soil for millions of years, but I'll wait till the 1980s and I come out and kill a load of people.
No, but it is a natural
It's a new thing. It's new.
Yeah, but loads of animals are new, aren't they? Evolutionary terms, there's new animals in evolution.
I'm sure there's new stuff deep down that's just like, almost like bacteria, sat under the soil, it'll never come to the top, right? It's like having an old woman who's a neighbour. She never goes out, she doesn't bother you. Let her be.
But what if that old neighbour could unlock the secrets to...
I don't think she can.
Just even to us understanding the complexities of the universe, of the way things have developed and grown.
Because we know about it.
Well, why would we know about it? Because I never understand, why is it you want to stop researching and studying now? Why is it that you're happy to just draw a line under everything else? What if people had said this back in the 19th century?
We've done this. We've done this. I think it's someone in the 1900s. We said everything that's going to be invented has been invented. And then look what happened in that century.
Yeah, and I've said to you, look at the stuff that is being invented now. The frisbee and stuff like that. It's all stuff that,
Right.
that you kind of go, it's all right, it's a good idea, but we don't need
Yeah,
it.
but the frisbee wasn't being worked on by the top brains of our generation. That was some novelty toy that some manufacturer made.
Yeah, but it's like, look at the fuss we made over that fella who came up with a Dyson vac. Everyone was like, he's up there with Einstein. Well, he's not. It's a good vac. It cleans up floors well and everything.
Who
but
said he's up there with Einstein?
These
one of-
PR people
in one of
did.
those programmes where they did like great inventions of our time, it was easy early on. You go Einstein, you know, Newton did this, Archimedes, Dyson, and they started to run out because it is harder to come up with something new now. Because everything that's needed, remember, the things we've invented are things that we sort of go, we could do with that. Inventors don't sit there going, what can I make? Oh, I need a toaster. They've sat there, they've burnt the toast under the grill, and they've gone, I need some sort of device here.
Well,
that I can
somebody-
put
yeah,
bread
yeah,
in.
yeah.
And what can it do? I'll shake it like
Necessity
that,
is the
and
mother of invention.
Yeah.
However, there are people who sit around going, "Where's a a loophole in the market? Where's a
Well,
niche?"
here's something. About a year ago, I came up with a see-through toaster, so that you can see how much the toast is cooked.
Right.
I found it about 2 months after that. Someone had done it. So I'd just been beaten to the post.
Think of computers.
Yeah, computers are a good thing, and it baffles me as to how they came about. When you think a computer chip is just made out of sand. Now, for someone to come up with that, you go, there must have been some sort of alien involved here.
What do you mean? Why do you think that? So I love it. So the frisbee, rubbish. Anything too clever? Well, it wasn't an invention, it was an alien. So there's nothing between frisbee and computer chip.
What I'm saying is, it's not even an idea, is it?
What do you mean?
A computer chip, where's that come from?
Oh, it's amazing.
Well,
it's astounding, yeah.
So you think it was an alien? What are you talking about?
Great.
Because I can't believe that someone would go, right, I want to make something that will hold information and be able to do, I know, let's use some sand, we've got loads of that. You'd go, what, you don't...
Well, that's what genius is, though,
But
isn't
Karl,
it?
there's no alien involved.
No, but when I say alien, I don't mean an alien came down here and said, you know, oh, do you want to buy this? There could have been a spaceship crash, right?
Right, yeah.
And there's all them rumours, isn't there, in that hangar. They've got the spaceship, they take it apart, they go, yeah, wheels, we've got them, yeah, steering wheel. And then they go, hang on, what's this here? And they find the chips, and they break it down, and they find
Karl,
a sand.
but the fact that sand makes computer chips is not the interesting thing. The interesting thing is how the human being discovered that, what am I talking about, sand makes computer chips, that silicon can have information put on it. But we're made out of oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, do you know what I mean? And hydrogen.
Yeah,
they're
but that's
fascinating.
nature. You see,
Yeah.
nature is amazing. You can't beat nature, right?
No.
It comes up with some amazing things.
Yeah, but man is nature. Don't forget that we're an animal. We're a brilliant ape. We're actually 98.6% genetically identical to a chimpanzee, Karl. Think of that. We only differ on 1.4% of
But
our genetic makeup.
that must be the arse. Because that's a lot different. I told you, didn't I, about me dad's mate who had a monkey and he had to thump it.
What? Well, there's two things there. One, why did he have a monkey? Two, what sort of discipline is thumping a monkey? What was the monkey doing?
He was annoying his wife a lot and sort of, you know, pinching her arse and stuff like that.
Right,
No,
right.
that's
Wait
not
a minute.
true.
We've
It's not
never
true.
heard this before. How have we had all these years
I'm
of
sure I
monkeys and
told
we've
you
never
about
heard this
it ages
before?
ago.
Your dad had a mate who had a monkey?
Yeah, I'm sure I told you.
Why did he have a monkey? Just for a laugh?
Well, it was back in the day when people did. They all had like odd sort of pets, and
When?
that, didn't they? In like about 68.
Oh,
In
1968,
1968.
when everyone had a monkey.
But you had to thump it. Now the weird thing is,
No, that's weird enough.
Is this all the story? This is the entire story?
No.
You've got all the information you've got is he had a monkey and he had to thump it.
yeah, my dad told me about it when he found out that I was into monkeys. He said, "Oh, Benny thumped one," and
Benny thumped one. Oh, my son's into natural history, particularly simian variety. I've got an interesting fact for you, Carl. Sit down. What is it, Peter? Benny thumped one. Brilliant.
But what was interesting is the way that people are thumping other people all the time. No one bats an eyelid. Thump a monkey. People go, you thumped a monkey.
Yes, they do. They do go, you thumped a monkey.
So that's what's weird, isn't it?
But this chimp doesn't want to be caged and kept in a fucking council house in
No,
Manchester.
it was quite happy. And if
It
it wants to
wasn't
live like a
happy.
human... I mean, in the 70s, you know, there were all the teabag adverts and all that, and they were loving that.
No, they
and
weren't
people
loving it.
interfere, people go, oh, that's unfair. Now they're in like a cage in a zoo. You go, it was better when I was pushing a piano up the stairs.
They weren't really...
They weren't actual delivery men.
They weren't really sitting down and having a cup of tea.
It wasn't a documentary. A week in the life of the monkey delivery men.
I love that. Chimps in a zoo now going, okay, now at least we were free.
Remember when we used to drive a van?
And we're on 58 quid a week.
Yeah.
They're not meant to be kept in a house in Manchester. Cruel to keep a person in a house in Manchester, so it's fucking cruel to keep a monkey. What do you think of that, Karl? If you wanted to make the ultimate fighting animal, what would you come up with? If you had the power, like that fella in Arabian Nights, size of a chimpanzee, you could change into anything, but you could change into, you know, like that.
I don't think I'd go for strength and that. I'd go for survival.
What would you do? Cockroach?
No, I'd have like an armadillo's body.
Right. Okay.
I'd have head of an owl.
Right.
The head of an owl?
Yeah, why come on, why? What does that bring to the table?
The head's there to sort of make it look friendly to the
make it look
human
friendly.
race. So
Okay.
because if you look half decent to the human race, they'll look after you.
Right.
That's the way it works,
Yeah,
right? With
okay.
a cat and a dog and all that. So the owl makes it look nice.
Right.
I'd have I wouldn't have legs. I'd go for like the slug juice.
What do you mean? So now you're a really slow-moving, legless armadillo with the head of an owl.
Slithering along. How
Yeah.
is that going to be friendly? They'll see the beautiful face, but then they'll be terrified by the slug.
No, because the head's that nice that they'll forgo the sludge.
But hold on though. But wait a minute. So it's got this thing that's stuck, right, going at 0.1 miles an hour, with a going hoo, right? You come over, you kick the head off. How is this
No,
a
because the
survival?
head can go into the thing like a tortoise.
Can it?
Yeah, of course it can. Into the armadillo body.
Well, no, an armadillo doesn't do that. It just curls up into a
No,
ball.
this isn't an armadillo, is it?
So it's go
Why
on
has
then.
it got the slug? Why
Because
is that so
what
attractive?
I'm thinking is an armadillo. They're good when they're on the feet. Flip them, they get stuck like a tortoise.
Right.
Slug stuff keeps it down. So if anything attacks it, it's like a limpet or one of them things that can.
Why
lock
not have a
to stuff.
limpet then?
But it can't get any. How it can barely move. It can
Just
hardly get
go
anywhere.
and kick it.
What do you mean it
this-
can't get
Well, how
anywhere?
can it escape from danger? It's going to move very
Rubbish.
slowly.
No, 'cause
What,
it'll
that's the
it'll
worst
lock itself
animal.
in. It'll lock itself in.
Yeah, and then I just scoop it up on the
You
sand.
can't scoop it up. It locks itself in if it's in danger. I'd give it peacock feathers.
This is the worst animal
Why has it got peacock feathers?
Again, it's just
It's the worst animal I've ever heard.
Why has it got peacock feathers?
threatening. It looks more threatening.
It
That's
does,
what
well,
peacock
that's the
feathers do.
least threatening thing, peacock feathers. It's like Danny LaRue coming at you. There's
Yeah.
nothing remotely scary about peacock
Yeah,
feathers.
to humans,
Yeah.
but the humans won't be harming it because they like the owl head. People will like to have these things in the garden. They eat lettuce.
They eat lettuce. They eat Why has it got a beak? They eat lettuce. He's telling them what it's going to eat now. The owl's going, fuck that, I want a mouse. I love the fact that he's based what it eats on the fact that how it moves a bit like a slug.
Yes,
Let it eat
yeah.
lettuce. It moves that and let it eat lettuce.
Like I said, it's not that weird if that existed. If that was normal, like when you went out to empty your bin, there was one of them sliding up the wall. You wouldn't even double take. You'd just be like, oh, there's the owl head peacock feathered thing.
I don't know why it's climbing walls in an effort to find lettuce.
Yeah, why is it climbing up that wall?
Because that's the only way it can see properly. Because its head's coming out like that.
So even though you've designed this animal, now you're even expanding
got
its limitations.
problems.
Well,
No,
it's
it's got
mainly
problems.
made as to be on walls. Because what else is living on walls?
Oh, God. Oh, fucking hell. What a useless animal that is. Karl, I mean.
Well, nature chucks up odd things, doesn't it?
Don't. Why are we starting on this again?
No, I'm just saying that is nature. Now and again, you'll get stuff that.
Oh, was he looking at you?
Yeah.
Was he really?
Look at his fucking head. Look at his stupid, round, fucking orangey head and... Oh.
Why aren't you a freak? You've got a little bald head. We're not meant to be bald.
Well, I was. I think that's the thing. That's what nature's done. You see, I didn't do anything with my hair when I had hair. I didn't style it. I didn't do anything with it, and it probably thought, "What am I doing here?" Whereas people who love their hair and they comb it and have different styles and look after it, they have hair for ages.
Nonsense.
No, nonsense. Absolute
Well,
nonsense.
Well, you're saying that.
Absolute nonsense.
Well, it's a little bit weird, then, isn't it? And that's what happens with old people once they lose their, will to live. Once they lose the job, they get old. What's my purpose? What am I doing here? And it's like nature goes, "You're not needed," and they die. Maybe that's what happened with the dodo. What's it doing? Can't fly. Its wings are useless. Eat it. Tastes horrible. Kill it.
No, they did eat
Nature.
it. I think they did eat it.
Yeah, but it wasn't very nice, was it?
I think they over-farmed it. I think that's why it was extinct. Because they did eat it.
No, but they did eat it, but they didn't like it. Everybody, you never saw like a fully eaten carcass of a dodo.
You're
It'd always
making
be
this up
half
again.
eaten.
All conjecture.
No, but they didn't eat it all. Everybody would probably try it and go, "It's not for me." That.
But you don't know
No
this.
idea,
You
you're
don't
just
know
making
this.
it up.
What's this based on? That
just-
people... And also, why would that kid it out?
Because I'll tell you why. Because if it's not nice, people don't get another one in. And they die out. The reason we've got loads of chickens and loads of cows is because we eat them. If we ate polar bears, we wouldn't be short of them. Because you'd farm it, you'd take more care. But what's a polar bear doing? Sat on a block of ice floating about. It's no use to us, is it? It sounds harsh.
Once
It's
again,
no
got
use.
his information from a Glacier Mint
No,
advert.
but it's no use to us. We know they're there, and it's all very sad when you see them on the news sort of struggling and all that.
Yeah.
But it's going to make them stronger.
What would you do for your doctor? And I came to you and went, "Karl, listen, I'm having a bit of a rethink of these. The penis, I hate it. I hate this cock.
But what do you mean you hate it?
I hate it. I don't want it there. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. It just sits there resting on these fucking awful testicles that I'm going to get rid of. I want this thrown away."
Yeah, well, it's, they're not a great look. I know that. Everyone knows that. It's just the way they are. I mean, if we're all being honest, they're an odd design. I don't think anyone likes their own, do they? That's why we cover them. They're not a great thing, are they?
What? It's not why we cover them, though, is
It's
it?
part of it, I think. I think deep down, I mean, even if, like, I know you ate the Adam and Eve thing, but even if back then he was like, "Good God, cover them up." Even he had a leaf on.
No, but listen. Right. So, are you thinking fundamentally, then, that aesthetically, the testicles and the penis isn't as good as it could be? What would you have there instead?
Well, it's designed that way because that's the way it's got to be designed. It's more about function than
Yeah.
and that's the thing, isn't it? With modern technology,
You need, the thing is, the testicles have to be outside because they have to be a few degrees below body temperature.
yeah.
Otherwise, the Sertoli cells die, which sort of feed the semen and all that. So, to be functioning and sort of like fertile, they have to be outside, which is annoying because I'd put a little rib cage around them, like that. I'd pop a rib cage round those, protect them, wear a cricket box, have that built in, so you cannot get a swift kick in the bollocks that
but
makes
it'd
you
be
feel sick.
But it'd be better if they could sort of reverse up in a way that they were hidden away,
Right.
so
Yeah.
that they were just. Then you dropped them. It's like, right, we need to cool them down. Be at it in about half an hour.
Yeah.
Drop them down.
Yeah, like the gear on an aeroplane, landing gear. Yeah, and landing gear down, and the bollocks and the cooling down. Or you could just pop them in the fridge for 10 minutes.
It's
Well,
like
they could detach and you could pop them in the fridge. Cool
Yeah.
them down.
Can you make me some breasts?
easy.
Okay. Go on, you say easy. What are you going to do? What's your plan?
Just how do you do that? It's tablets, isn't it?
No, but
Testosterone, isn't it?
Testosterone.
Toblerone. I want some Toblerone.
Well, sort of pointy tits, like Madonna.
Where do you stop, though? Supposing I came to you and said, "Doctor, listen, I like the bollocks, I like the penis, but I don't like them where they are. I want them in the middle of my chest. I want breasticles. Yeah? The arse, I don't like it round the back. I can't see what's going on. Pop that on the front where the bollocks were. I want my arse where I can look down and see what's going on. Can you do it?
I think it's just easier to move the head, isn't it?
Karl, when was the last time you reminisced?
Well, my mum and dad have been round, haven't they? So been reminiscing a lot.
Yeah.
What were you thinking about?
We're just chatting about Tic Tacs.
One of the great memories, yeah. The happy memories.
Now, I used to love them
Yeah.
when I was younger.
Yeah.
My dad got a load of them.
What, this year?
No,
Just
no,
recently?
years
Oh,
ago.
years ago,
Like
right.
years ago when I loved them. I said I love Tic Tacs, me.
Yeah.
He met one of his mates.
You didn't nick him from the sweet shop?
No,
No, that's what we
he
did,
knew
yeah.
some mate who could get his hand on a load.
Right.
And he
Thief,
must have
he was a
got
thief.
about he must have got about 30 crates of Tic Tacs.
30 crates of Tic Tacs.
Honestly, we'd have about 24 on each crate. We got them, stuck them in a cupboard under the just in the kitchen in the corner.
Yeah.
Now, I worked my way through about 6 crates. I was quite happy.
When? In how long?
I don't know, in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks or something.
Right.
And then after that, I'm getting sick of these.
Right.
Yeah. You were minty fresh, but you
Oh,
were sick.
lovely fresh breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I haven't got that much more to tell you about it. It's just.
What do you
I
So
Just
this,
remember-
sorry, whoa. Bear in mind, this was something he was recently reminiscing with his parents about. They were sat round, and we've already learned up to an hour could go by reminiscing. Sat round for an hour, talking about the
I've
great
already
Tic
run
Tac
out of
saga.
responses. I've got
Yeah.
nothing to say about
No
that.
opinion
I
on
mean,
that.
I was nearly going to say, what do you do with the empty little flicky Tic Tac boxes?
Yeah. And then you realise that that's utterly dull and boring.
Well,
and not
I
of any interest.
was struggling. I don't know what this anecdote is, other than a bloke. Other than you said your dad, I like Tic Tacs, mate. He went, all right, I talked to Albert. Albert, you got Tic Tacs? I've got 30 crates, if that'll do, yeah? Yeah, bring him round. Put him under cupboard. He's got through 12 crates. What's his breath like? Fucking lovely, but he's been sick all over the cunting place. Oh, do you want some more? No, of course we fucking don't. You'll talk about that in a few years' time. Of course we will, for about a fucking hour.
No.
And then we bring it up in an audio book.
But I think that's how we got onto it, because even though I tried to get rid of a load, I used to give them to mates, take them to school, say, have some Tic Tacs. You
Yeah.
can have them for free. We used a load in the cat litter tray.
No. No,
we
you
did.
didn't.
We did. It
No,
was
you
just
didn't.
ways of getting rid of them.
Jesus Christ.
Sort of freshy smell, isn't it? It's the
That's
same
amazing.
sort of condensity in that, isn't it?
Condensity. It is the same condensity.
Condensity.
Yeah, so I got rid of them like that. And then the weird thing was, even though I'd got shut of them all, you'd be backing up and you'd always hear one ting its way up the tube.
It's tinging its way up the tube. It's tinging its way up the tube. It's tinging its way up the tube. Ding tong, ping pong. It's tinging its way up the tube.
That sounds like something from Willy Wonka.
Oh
No,
God.
it's just I'm just demonstrating that because that's how many of them there were around the house. You'd drop them, they'd go in every corner and that, like Pac-Man or something. They'd be everywhere. You'd be backing
amazing.
up, tinging it up.
Sheila's getting married. Hannah gets confetti. Don't buy any confetti. Go to cupboard under stairs.
So yeah, that's a little memory there, isn't it?
It
That
is a
just
little
cropped up.
memory.
Now
It's a really little memory.
The strange Tic Tac house in Salford, where everything is made of Tic Tacs.
Wow, that must have been a hell
That's
of
incre-
a hell of a time you had with your parents there. The old Tic Tac
No, but it's
reminiscence.
better. You see, you're saying, oh, what a boring story that is. But when
I
your
see
mum
you've
and dad,
re-gravelled the drive. Yeah, smell it. suck the drive if you want.
no, but it's different. When my mum and dad are there and they can remember that, and they're going, oh yeah, the Tic Tac incidents and stuff.
What's known as the Tic Tac incident?
The Tic Tac
Let us never speak of the Tic Tac incident.
Yeah, I just imagine the clock ticking. There, it's Christmas Day. I go, what are you smiling at? Oh, remember it used to ting up the tube.
You should think about selling this to Hollywood.
Listen, what do you remember then?
What
do
you
I remember?
That's
Wow.
an amazing thing to
That's
say.
a difficult question to answer.
Yeah, I don't. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Well, I went for a what's her name, Steve. You don't know. I've had problems with my legs.
Christ almighty.
He's the same. What are you? 33.
He's a
And you talk
hypochondriac.
like you're a 70-year-old.
Honestly, the slightest thing, he's got time off work for this. We went to the dentist 3 times in 1 week. He goes, now his leg's rubbed 2 times a week for
No,
some
I don't.
reason.
I don't.
In and out of the kidney hospital, and they're going, there's no kidney stone, Mr. Pilkington. He's going, oh, right. Christ almighty, do some fucking work.
No, the thing is, I've been in the last 30 odd years. I've been working hard, and I've let my body get run down a bit.
How have you, you're 30, what are you?
30, 33.
Right, 33. Sorry to start off with such a hard question. But how have you been working for 30 years?
Well, I just have. I sort of I got on with it.
At 3? At 3?
No, I'm
Well, you
just
didn't
saying.
go on with anything at school, did you? Because you were just titting about.
Yeah.
You weren't working
Yeah.
out there.
What was the first job you got? How old were you?
I was 15.
Right, okay, so you've been working for 15 years then. Okay, good,
Yeah, but
right.
I had my paper round when I was 10, didn't I? And that was hard graft. That's why I'm bald and that. Getting up at R4. It all adds up, doesn't it? All adds up. So anyway, I kicked my height when I was a kid.
He always says this, like it's a classic story that everyone should know.
Everyone
and
knows,
also
like-
the phrase "kicking my own height."
Yeah.
Explain what you mean.
Just kicked my height when I was a
Kick
kid.
your. No one understands.
You kicked
Carl.
your leg up to the
kicked
height
my
that
leg.
you were at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
if
kicked
you were,
my height. It's not a well-known phrase. You can't just go, "I kicked my height."
so you were 4.5 foot, and you've put your toe up into the air 4.5 feet by kicking.
Yeah, but I landed on my back.
Right. Okay. Imagine seeing that in the playground. They go, get Karl Pilkington to kick his height. I bet he falls over like a
It
fucking
wasn't in the
penguin.
playground. My dad got me to do it in the garden.
Brilliant.
But why did
They
you fall
sold
over?
tickets. The neighbours were cracking up. Yeah.
Why did you fall over? Did you hit
I just
yourself in
didn't,
the
I
head?
didn't have a kick the height. I mean, my leg got high up, but I was that chuffed that I got that high. I didn't think of putting my leg down again.
What did it look like? What the fuck did that look like?
He's got to think it all through. I thought it was automatic.
No,
In like,
It stayed there.
you sort of stay balanced.
Christ
But you didn't
almighty.
think, well, I'm loving this. This is brilliant. But what should I do now? I got my leg up. I'll just keep it up. Whoa!
It looked like a Hitler salute with his leg. What were you doing?
So anyway, I landed on my back,
Yeah.
and I did some damage, I think. And it's because
Definitely.
of that.
You sure you didn't land on your head?
And it's because of that, like all them years and what have you.
Yeah.
I've had like a trapped nerve in my leg.
Right.
So I thought, right, now's the time to have it done. Because when you get older, I mean, it was the kidney stone thing. Once you've sort of looked at, death and what have you, it just makes you think, got to start looking after
Do you
your
think you
body.
could die of the slightly bad leg that you've had for 15 years?
Well,
Do you think that'll eventually kill you?
well, it could do if I can't run away from danger quick enough.
Right. Again, you're thinking of Jurassic Park coming true.
Well, whatever then. I'm just saying, you've got
Yeah.
to look after yourself. If there's anyone listening
could
out
always
there
hop.
who's got a problem, get it sorted.
I'll tell you
That's
what,
all
though,
I'm saying.
if you have to fight off danger and you kick them, put the leg back down immediately after.
So anyway, I went to see this fella, to like a professional leg rubber,
Professional leg rubber. Yeah.
and he sort of said a few things that were quite interesting. Remember that time when we had a chat on the last lot of like podcasts? I said, "Am I in charge of my brain, or is my brain in charge of me?"
Yeah, do you remember what I said? That's the most stupid thing you've ever said.
Yeah. Well, listen to this then. So I go and see this leg rubber,
Professional leg rubber. Yeah.
right? And he is professional.
Yeah.
Right, so
Remember, leg rubber. You haven't said doctor at any point in this conversation.
leg rubber.
So this however profound this is, it came from a man who is self-confessed professionally leg rubbing.
Not just leg.
Does he do
back,
left and right? Or?
back rubbing as well. He does it all. Right.
Right.
So I'm in
Professional
there,
rubber.
and I didn't mention about how I thought my brain was in charge of me and stuff. I'm lying there. He's bending me about and what have you. The first problem he came across is that my nerves aren't long enough for my
Right.
body.
I don't know.
My nerves aren't long enough for your body.
He was lifting my legs up and I was going, right, whoa, stop that a minute, that's hurting that. He's like, what do you mean? He said, I've only got them like just about...
Well, that's your tendons.
No, but your nerves are in your legs as well, and your tendons don't hurt, it's your nerves that kick in. It's your nerves that make you
Well,
go,
yeah,
that
but they
hurts.
hurt because your tendons are being overstretched.
Well, I'm just telling you what he said. Right, so he lifted the leg up, and I went, right,
Was
stop
this
doing
above
that.
a laundrette, this surgery?
No, it's a proper place. He had like towels and all that on
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's got towels
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
the... So,
Definitely a laundrette.
so I'm lying there.
Other people's towels.
He's got towels, underpants,
yeah,
bras.
halfway through he said, you haven't got 20p, have you, for the dryer? Okay.
So I'm lying there, and he lifts the leg up,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, that hurts a lot. So he said, oh yeah, short nerves. And I said, what do you mean? He said, your outside of the body is longer than your inside.
Right, he doesn't sound like a doctor. He does not sound like a
The
doctor.
outside of your body's
Yeah.
longer than the inside.
So he had me lying on my front and what have you, and he was sort of crushing me back.
Right.
And he was going, does that hurt? I said, yeah. It was like 48 quid this as well. Putting me through all this pain and what have you.
Well, you got some good advice, though.
He said, you're pretty stressed. And I said, yeah. So it's, I've quite a bit of stress in my life. And I explained to him about the kidney stones and that. I said, oh, you know, that
He went, oh, shut the fuck up.
He probably said that. He said that's where you were probably got a lot of tenseness. And
A lot of tenseness. Is that the phrase he used as a trained professional rubber?
He's a doctor. He's definitely a doctor.
So anyway, he said, do you relax much?
You haven't got any Lenore, have you? I want these sheets to come out nice and soft.
He said, do you, you know, you should learn to meditate or something. He said, because you're all tensed up. We're living in a stressful world, as I told me about it. So when I was telling him that I have problems relaxing, he said, that you're obviously the sort of person
Who's gullible enough to spend 46 quid for this hokum?
He said, you're the sort of person whose brain is in charge of them, rather than them being in charge of the brain.
So all you did was you met a person as stupid as you?
Yeah.
No, but I thought it's interesting that this is what he does for a living.
Yeah.
And he picked up, that was the first visit, that's the first, I'd only been there about 22 minutes.
Yeah.
You get half an hour for 48 quid.
Right.
But he picked up on that within like 15,
No, he saw a
20
right
minutes.
fucking sucker coming. No, he did pick up on that, yeah.
But
Okay,
anyway,
don't go to him again.
The reason, well, I am doing, I've got locked into it, I've got to go at least another 3 times.
Why?
I'm trying
What
to
do
get
you
out of it. I don't know, I didn't realise that you have to have a minimum amount of things. So what I'm saying
I can't
is,
wait. What's the wisdom he's going to come up with next week? That'll be brilliant. I will kind of, yeah.
No, but what I'm saying
Your
is,
blood's paranoid.
we were talking...
You've got jealous bones. You're the sort of person whose stomach's hungrier than you. What absolute fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
Do you know, like how we were talking about eyes, weren't we? He said the thing is, you know, you've got to be able to relax, and the way to do it is to focus. Right? He said, I said, what do you mean? He said, when you go to sleep...
You're the sort of person whose eyes can see further than you can.
He said, when you go to sleep...
Close your eyes and see. Instead of just leaving them open staring at the ceiling.
Carl, keep breathing.
Yeah, keep breathing. Close your eyes. You're not dead. It may seem like it, but you're not. You're just asleep.
So he said...
Oh, fuck me.
He said, what you've got to do when you go to sleep, focus on your toe, right?
Okay.
He said, and just think about nothing else. I said...
He's a witch! Did he say you didn't put a toad under the bed?
No, he just said focus on the toe and see how you go on and what have you. Next time you come in, let me know. Anyway, I gave this a go, focusing on the toe.
So what does this mean? You mean you sat in bed staring at your toes?
No, this is it. He said, like, lie down,
Visualising
shut
it.
your eyes and sort of look at it, sort of thing. So I was lying there, and it just wasn't working because...
Oh, Carl, this isn't medicine.
Because I was...
You were
even though
thinking
my
of a
eyes,
finger.
Well, no...
He found out he was thinking of someone else's toe. Next day, someone called up and said, Carl, my toe's better.
No, the problem was I was still using my eyes even though I had them shut.
Oh, God! Just when I think he could never go with something stupid, he pulls that one out of the bag!
Right. So what does that mean?
Oh, God!
You were still What does that mean?
I was straining them. I had them shut, but I was sort of looking down at my foot.
You were trying to see through your eyelids at your toe.
Well, I was looking down, so I'm thinking that's where the foot is. Because of that, I was straining them and they were stinging, so I had to pack it in.
I'm gonna die! I am going to die!
Again, we were talking about me being younger, and the youngest I could remember back to was 1978.
How old were you then?
When
were you born?
72.
What,
you
couldn't remember earlier than 6? You can remember back to about 2 or 3, most people. What?
No way. No way. My mum and dad don't even remember them. Because you're not doing anything. This is what I'm saying.
Mum and Dad don't even remember me then. That's amazing.
Because they pinpoint
They
things.
remember all the Tic Tacs they've ever eaten.
Yeah. Do you remember when Karl was 6? Of course I do. 5? Yeah. 4? Yeah. 3? No. 2? No.
Because you're not doing anything, are you?
My mum and Dad don't even remember me then.
And it's weird.
I remember must have been about 2 sitting on a potty surrounded by Lego. I remember that. Very strong image I have of that.
No, I don't remember that.
No, you wouldn't remember that,
No, you weren't there,
weren't
were
there.
you? What do you mean? What, you don't remember Steve sitting on a potty surrounded by Lego?
No, I mean, I can't remember having a potty. I remember having one of them.
I'm not suggesting you have the
You
same
used to go
memory.
on the fucking litter tray. Now I know why, to eat a Tic Tac while you're having a shit.
But, okay, so what is your very first memory?
The one that cropped up the other day was having my eyes sort of glued together by.
Gangsters. Where's the fucking Tic Tacs?
No, I
We
was,
lost the whole truck for you, go.
when I was on holiday and I slept near the window and the window was open, and I used to wake up in the morning with my eyes shut. My mum and dad thought I was having a lovely lie in. I just couldn't open my eyes.
But whoa, I don't understand. Why were they?
I'm gonna burst!
Whoa.
What do you mean?
Why were they glued? Why were they? What do you mean they were glued?
Wait, but why didn't you say, Mum, Dad, I'm not asleep. My eyes are glued together.
It's just you get a build-up on
Yeah.
the eyelashes.
Yeah.
And it all.
when they came in, and you could sense them looking
I didn't know
at
they
you.
were there.
So,
Remember that time when you called me and I said I don't know where I am and I couldn't concentrate?
think of that. I called him. Oh my God, what are you doing? I don't know where I am.
What do you mean you didn't know where you were? What you?
I got lost. I went
in London
wandering.
you got
yeah,
lost?
Yeah. I went wandering and then, you know, I
It's
was
when
like,
he first moved into his new place. He was walking back from his old place to his new place, and he didn't know where he was. He
How
tried
can
to
you
take a
ever
short.
really get lost in London? Though I'm just it's a cabbie.
well, yeah, I don't want to do that because you feel bad pulling one over and then saying, where am I?
Yeah, they don't appreciate that, do they?
But I found my way back, didn't I?
Yeah.
But you told me
20
one
minutes.
time that you much prefer getting lost. You love wandering around and getting lost. You
Yeah,
said
go-
that's much better.
go around
It
the
was a cold
cul-de-sac.
day. It was a cold day. I just wanted to be at home. I had things to do. There's a time and place to be lost.
Well, go on.
Well, a place
What's
you
the
don't
place?
know.
What's
and
the place to be lost?
Somewhere you don't know.
Right, good. Okay,
And the
specific.
time?
The
Time when you're not in a rush.
Right.
Oh, chimpanzee, he's only gone and written it down.
The jingle there to announce yet another reading from Karl Pilkington's diary. My mum called me to ask me to look in some of the magazine shops in London for a magazine that she can't find. It's called UFO Data. I said, I ain't heard of it. She said she's seen an advert for it in one of her ghost magazines.
I love the fact that she can't even find the magazine about unidentified flying objects.
Yeah. So we get a clue
She
there.
thinks, I think I saw something, but I don't know whether it was a magazine or not.
So we get a clue there as to why you give any credence to this crap.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, I mean,
Mama Pilkington's into the same shit.
there's a lot of space out there, isn't there?
She said that this magazine has got news story about how Aldrin (brackets astronaut) has got some evidence that aliens exist.
Yeah.
I told her that I found out today that the days are about 36 minutes longer on Mars. We chatted about how this is how they are more advanced than us. Do you mean the Martians?
Yeah, if they've got a longer day, that's more time that they're awake working on stuff.
Right, yeah, we know that makes no difference at all.
No, it does.
Think about it. Think
Yeah.
about it.
Look, think about it. 6 o'clock here.
Yeah.
People are going, see you tomorrow. I'm going home. They'll be going, oh, another half hour. They've got a longer day. Productive.
And that's why they're able to fly.
That's why they're whizzing around. It adds up, doesn't it, over the years?
Christ almighty, what drivel!
Suzanne got in from work at 11:30. I told her about the UFOs in Mars. She said she's too tired to chat. I said, does it mean aliens will be more tired than us, or do they get more sleep? I got no answer. I love it when
It
Suzanne
scares
goes in.
her.
She never indulges
No,
you.
it
does she?
scares her. Anything with ghosts and UFOs, she sort of...
It doesn't
ignores
scare her,
does
it bores
scare
her.
No, it freaks her out. Scares her.
Okay. Read about a pub that is getting some stick because they've stopped a horse going in. It's been the horse's regular for ages, but there's been some new owners who've taken over the pub and they said they're serving fresh fruit and don't want a horse in there anymore.
Oh, God!
I met Suzanne after she finished work and we went for a brew in another cafe.
Gosh, Jesus.
It's always having a brew in a cafe.
It's like a sitcom.
Suzanne said I looked tired and fed up. She taught me some way to breathe that will relax me. I wasn't feeling that relaxed though because the person behind the counter was banging about making a coffee. Noise stresses me out. I wonder if less deaf people die of stress than people with working ears do.
Oh, it's the theories. It's the
It
theories.
is such a noisy world, though, isn't it?
It is. London is noisy, very noisy.
I think just everywhere, just noise in general. I mean, I haven't got pictures in our flat because of that mirrored wall I've got.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, it's tiny. You've been in it. Got windows on one wall, door to get in on the other, kitchen on the other, mirrored wall on the other. So there's
No
nowhere
space for
there.
art.
There's no space for art.
I'm intrigued how you sit at home. Where's the sofa?
At home.
Yeah.
Facing the mirror.
So you sit looking at yourself all night,
Yeah.
as opposed to a painting.
Yeah, but at least that changes each day.
No, it doesn't.
It does. The picture
No, it's
changes.
not. It's round and miserable every fucking day.
No, honestly, it's good to, because you don't look at yourself otherwise. Especially me, I haven't got any hair to comb or anything, so I don't look in the mirror as much as the normal person. So, whereas now, I'm looking there every day.
So you're sat at home staring at yourself?
No, because the telly's in front of the mirror.
But are you not distracted by yourself?
Yeah, you do. When the adverts are on, you look up, and if Suzanne's sat next to me, I tend to talk to her through the mirror.
What do you mean? So why don't you look at her when you talk to her?
Well, you don't have to turn your neck or anything. There's no neck usage going on. I can just look forward. I look at the telly, lift the eyes up, look in the mirror, look at me, look at her.
What does she do?
No,
Look back at you
we're
in the
used to
mirror.
it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like there's more people in the room in a way. It's like,
And they're further away.
there's nothing odd about that. Why wouldn't you use... It doesn't matter. Your
Sorry,
eyes, remember, your
why
eyes
wouldn't
are
you
still...
talk to your girlfriend via a mirror all the time? Is that your question?
Well, no, I think it's quite normal. If your head is facing a mirror where you can see everything in that room, it's a small flat, I can see everything that's going on in there without moving my head.
speaking of, like,
Stephen
freaks,
Hawking
stuff
would be
like
well happy.
I've got a new...
So I can look
would, but
forward.
No, I've
She
got
sat
a new
next
book.
to me.
Do you know I had that Freaks book?
If
Top
I'm
50
watching the
freaks.
telly, I can say something.
Got a new
Now
one
she's
sent
getting
to
the
me.
sound from me
Really?
still because she's sat
yeah.
close.
And do you know
Yeah.
like everything...
But yeah, we're further away. But
normally has
things
a
look
name.
better from a distance
So
anyway.
like if it's the two
So
headed
that's how you
thing.
managed to keep this
They're all
relationship
nicknames
alive.
like that,
You're
aren't they?
You're They've got such two an nicknames, odd I little imagine. man.
But this new
But yeah,
book
it's,
I've
it's
got,
not odd.
right,
You see,
on the
there was a
cover of
woman
this one,
on
it's got
the
like a woman
estate
with
who
three
did
breasts,
use...
right.
Have I
And
told you
she's
about
called the
Miss
three-breasted
Peggy
woman,
before?
as you'd expect.
It rings a bell.
The one face.
Why is she
Go on.
posing nude?
I
there?
tell you ages ago, it's this fat woman who used to be on the estate.
Well, she
She had a
looked
three-wheeler bike.
And there was a
Pedal
fellow
bike,
with like
pedal bike.
one
like a
face, but
tricycle
two
thing,
bodies.
but a big one.
One
She used to sit her husband in the basket in the back.
One face, two bodies.
Cycle
What do you mean one
Yeah.
face, two bodies?
Anyway.
Oh, is this the one
Head
that
as well,
she
but
used
it
to
was
beat him
mainly
up
the
so
face
your
that was
dad
weird 'cause he
pretended
looked
to be a
fed up.
policeman?
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, the way she used to communicate,
How can you have,
she used to
what
always
do
go
you
in
mean?
Quicksave and
How
make
did it
biscuits.
join to the
and
neck?
if anyone
it
went
did-
up
it did
to her
have
to
a
say stop
head,
making the biscuits,
but the
she'd
fact
pull out
is,
like a
it
little
was weird
mirror
that I had
out
one
of a bag,
face to me.
and
What
she'd
do you
look in
mean?
it.
Well, if you got
but
one head,
talk
you'd
to
have
you
one
via the
face.
mirror.
I know, but it was just... It was the fact that he had one face and
so
two
she
bodies
used
that
to-
I didn't think...
But why do you keep saying one
It was
face
really
and two
weird.
bodies?
It
Why
was
is
one
one
head
head
It's
and
like-
two bodies?
it's like a
We're
Salvador
all the man
Dali
with one
painting.
face.
You
But I've
exist
got one
in
body.
there.
Yeah, well, surely he's the man with two bodies then.
It's really,
Again,
really
the
weird.
description.
So she used to talk to people through the mirror because she was mental.
I can
So it's full of
Watch
stuff like
the
that,
telly
right? And what I'm saying
and look
is
at me
that
watching
fella,
the telly in the
one-faced
mirror
man,
all night.
the
No,
three-breasted
He
woman.
would be
Really
known as the
weird.
one-faced man, is what I'm saying.
Well, they've all...
That
they-
is
very
the
conscious of
peculiar thing
myself.
about him.
Well,
No,
he
yeah, I
also
think
has
it gives you
Right.
confidence
One
in that,
thing,
and if you
yeah.
are
Gives you
sort of...
confidence.
Didn't even know
Well, yeah,
anything.
because you're seeing yourself more, and
It
you
was
pick
so
up what
weird.
habits you do and stuff like that.
So what have you changed through your...
What do you mean?
It was
It
just-
just
said
I sort of
unidentified.
grew a beard through the
What-
week.
what does it
just
look like?
Something different to look at for a bit. And then you get sick of that.
Sort
It's like a
of-
piece of art.
sort of
Change that,
testicles
have a bit of a
for eyes.
shave.
Can you see the back of the telly in the
A
mirror?
little bit, yeah.
That's
If the flat's a
it
mess,
just
it's a
reminded
mess
me when
twice.
you
What do you
said
mean
that.
testicles fries?
And what is it? Do they have a normal body?
I didn't even look at that.
Oh, God!
So that's what I'm saying, though. You're attracted to the oddness of the thing.
What do you
And
think
that's
of
what we're
people
saying
who are so
about
angry at art
Warren when he
they
walks
try
in.
and censor
Warwick.
it or they try and destroy it?
It'll be odd for a minute.
Do you think art should ever be
And
censored?
then I'm sure
It'll
For
just
him,
worry
it will
you.
be, yeah.
if it's in a gallery, then it doesn't have to be censored.
Got my head round
If
it
it's
a bit
in
more
Trafalgar
and
Square,
the way that there's loads of
where
people in the
everyone's
world,
wandering around having a
yet
nice time,
you don't see
you don't want a
people with,
12-foot
like,
cock.
dangly eyes more often. It amazes me.
So it's all about where you put it. I think some art looks better because of where it is.
It's incredible. He's walking down the street going, "Oh, everyone's got one head. It's weird.
If you want to do a serious point, don't use
No,
elements.
me neither.
No? Well, I
weird,
disagree
isn't it?
with
What's
that
going on
because
in the world?
I think my favourite is probably Charles Dickens, and I think the greatest story ever told is A Christmas Carol, and there's only one way that could ever be improved, and that is a Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
So
jingle there,
and I think
of course.
and I think
once
people
again,
could take a
another
lesson
reading
from that and
the
maybe
diary
do
of
other
Karl
films
Pilkington.
with the Muppets.
Now,
And
of course, for
Muppets
those of you
this.
who have not been keeping
I mean,
abreast
you could
of
make it
Karl's
so moving,
medical
couldn't you?
complaints, just bring us up to speed, Karl. You had to go into hospital because previously you'd had...
I've been in and out. Honestly, I've been in and out
Miss
of that
Piggy's
hospital
choice.
with
Well, we talked
kidney
about that.
problems. What?
About things
Really
like that
painful and what have you.
in art as well. Do you
Oh,
think
no.
that
He had
bringing
kidney
something
stones,
so
right?
serious.
I had a bit
to
of a
the
line
masses,
today because I have to get up early
films
to
do
the
things like the
operation tomorrow.
Holocaust, and
Not only have I
like
got to have
Sophie's
tubes
Choice,
shoved up
where
my
she has to
knob,
choose
but I also have to get
which
up at
child
5:50.
lives
Suzanne
and
said I could
dies.
have what I want for my
Well,
last
shut up.
dinner. It's not your last
Well,
dinner.
because
You're
the
going for an
Nazis were
operation.
horrible,
Yeah, but
nasty,
you can't take
evil
things for
people.
granted these days.
I had
How
shepherd's
did you
pie and
do it?
peas.
I
Suzanne
don't-
made it
I
from
don't
scratch.
think that's the
As
point.
nice as it was annoying. Because making
think that's
stuff
the
from
point.
scratch means
I
loads
love
of
the idea
pots,
that this is
and
not
it's
a
my
betting
job to
game.
do the
No, but I
washing
imagine
up.
this is like
So
deal
much as
no
the food
deal.
was nice,
It's kind of
there was
down to the
loads of
last-
pans and
down to the last
people
two.
who get their last dinner on death
Which
row.
one are you going to go for?
Got up at 5:55. But why did you ask which one did you choose? Because even if you said the names, Robert and Alison, what difference did it make? Got to the hospital and had to wait in the waiting room. Why is there was another 9 people in there waiting to be sorted.
If you said
I got
Alison, I'd
called
go,
in.
what was it with Alison?
They sat me on a bed and took all my details down.
That's
5
what
minutes
films
later,
are
I'd
meant
been
to do.
knocked
You
out.
question it.
I
Whenever
got
I
woke
watch a
up and they
film,
were ripping
Suzanne,
a
I always say
pipe
at the
out
end,
my
what was going on there?
I felt more
because
rough
you're
this
an
time.
idiot.
The doctor came to see me and said he couldn't
just
find the
watched
stone,
Muppet
so I must
Christmas
have
Carol and
passed
you can't
it. I
understand
said, are you
why
sure?
a frog's
He said,
able to
yeah, we
talk.
filled your kidney
I'm
with
all
water,
for
expanded it, and there was no
films
hiding
with a
place.
good storyline.
I sat in the recovery
Yeah.
room for an hour while
Brilliant.
they
That's
found me
a
a bed.
point.
One of the fellows who was sat in the room with me this morning got wheeled in. They couldn't wake him up. All the nurses were laughing because he didn't want to wake up. I bet they were laughing at me when I was in
Carl,
the
go on
theatre.
then. What's your take
Someone
on
told me they
films?
totally strip you when they're
Films are
operating.
really good. You
I
can-
would have
you
looked
can
like
get
the
lost in
alien
them.
on the Boswell
Right.
incident.
And
You like one with a good story?
I mean, whenever anyone asks, it's always the same. It's
Quite
Elephant
a
Man.
nice analogy if it weren't for the fact that you
Kes.
said Boswell.
Mission Impossible 2.
The Roswellers didn't sleep much through the night.
These are what you consider great
60-year-old
works
No,
fella
I'm just
shouting
saying,
at the
these are
nurse
ones
about
that I've
his
enjoyed recently.
I don't
There's
think
so
I
many
slept
films
through a
that I
full
haven't
hour with
seen,
one
yet
thing
you
or
always
another
say,
going
oh, have
on.
you seen so-and-so?
My bed was next to the toilet, so I kept hearing her cry.
How do they sleep in hospitals though? They wake you up. They
There's
give you
good news for you.
Sleeping pills Freeze and out. things, don't they? How do you sleep in there?
I don't know what it is. There's no air.
Which is another
There's
important
an old
value
fella
of art,
across
of
from me,
course,
he kept
people's
breaking wind.
self-expression,
He didn't even
people
try and
being
cover
able
it.
to give a little
It was
piece
just
of
at that age
themselves
where he
through
didn't
their
care.
work. Do you not see any
That's
value
what I
in
do.
that?
I'm in
How do
hospital,
you
leave me
express
alone.
yourself?
What do you mean?
Just, I don't know what was wrong with him. Is I talked to him because at first I felt sorry for him. I was a little bit like, you know,
Yeah,
he's
I found
had
over
no
Christmas
visitors,
I whistled a lot
no
more
one's
than
calling
he
him up,
usually
so I'll
did.
talk to him. But then
I
he
think
got
that was
that
just
familiar
freedom.
with me that he'd
do you
just be
mean
doing it
freedom?
whilst chatting to him.
Right,
Freedom.
expand on
Just
this
like
point,
he's
if
my
you would.
granddad or something. It's just like, oh, that's what he does.
Well, that's
like
what
what
art
I'm
is,
as well.
isn't it?
It's you being
Stop
free
doing
of
that.
all the world's heaviness on your
See,
shoulders.
that's a great quote. That
Honestly,
that's great.
unbelievable.
That
He didn't
for
even try
art
and
is
cover it with a
freedom.
cough.
I
It
love
was
that
just like
because
that.
I think you've really hit on something there.
Would you include the free of all the world's
Just non-stop.
heaviness?
Well,
Got
I know
home,
what you
sat
meant.
down.
I know what you
The
meant
pains
there.
are coming
But you
back,
think
but
that
the
would-
doctor said
I
this
mean,
would
I would
happen, and the
include
insides
the
are still in
world's
shock, so I
heaviness
need to
in my
take it easy.
freedom. You know,
It's
some
9
artists
o'clock.
are
I'm in
attracted
agony.
to
I can't
the
do
dark
the
side,
diary
the
for the
heaviness
rest
of the
of the
world.
day.
But
I just want to return
So you may
to
as well
you
just tell us
whistling
then.
as your
Yeah.
artistic
Suzanne
expression
just
of
got
freedom. I mean,
frustrated with me because I was rolling
why
out
do you
on the
find
floor
yourself
and she was
whistling
trying to watch
more?
out. That's what was weird.
So just
Uh,
take us through a...
so that was
See,
on
okay,
the-
when would the whistling begin?
So,
I
so
don't know.
this was that you spent Christmas
she said, look, if
down
you're
in
in
Kent
pain,
with
do
Suzanne and
something.
her
She said,
parents.
you know,
You went and got a
Yeah.
cold plate.
Could I suggest something?
No, you
Your
an ashtray.
freedom
Plates are for
was
liver
thinking,
damage.
I'm in my own
Got in a
place now.
taxi.
I'm going to annoy them.
He filled
Well,
up
it was
on the way,
mainly
which was annoying.
it's when we were playing Scrabble.
He did
And they were taking ages to have where to go.
On the way to the hospital.
Couldn't have the
So,
radio on
because
because the
you're an
boiler
ambulance driver.
affects the
So
radio.
anyway, he gets us there and he doesn't challenge us. Which is sort
You
of
got
ridiculous.
boiler bombs down in Kent as well.
So it works.
This
It
gay
just
fella
gives
came
something
through.
off every time it kicks in.
And
the
the radio
radio
goes all staticky.
Just the way it was. I'm not having a go.
So I
It
just
was
was sort of supplying the
good fella.
soundtrack. Do you know what I mean?
Doctor, you mean?
No,
what
it was
kind of
like
things did you
it was
whistling?
a nurse. It was like I
Right.
just sort of did a
And
whistle
he
medley.
came through and just sort of
It was
went,
going from
"Oh, how are
one
you?"
thing to another. And I was like,
A Wedley.
better days.
And a man
So
was
he
impressed.
got
As you
me out
mentioned in the
and
diary,
muscle,
I remember the first time when I came here,
And
they
she
said
was
the
saying
nurse
how
might
loud
put a
and you
tablet
was
up
just
my
doing
arse.
all different
I thought the
levels.
chances of that happening had just
scene from one
increased.
for the Cuckoo's Nest. The boy that's setting
but
off the
I would've
radio.
let him do it. Honestly, I was that sort of out of it.
Of course you let him do it. He's a qualified nurse.
outsider art.
No,
I love the fact that
the way
Karl's
I am
life
now,
is
say
like
if it was just
living
a
in a
tablet for sorting
home
out my blood
It
pressure.
when you're in your
And I
80s.
walked in there and
Yeah,
he went,
But you
"Oh,
felt
hello."
that this was
And he
your
said, "Yeah,
way
let's
of
pop that
expressing
go, hang on a
yourself.
I
minute."
just found it odd because I'm not. I don't whistle that
But
much.
what I mean is that night I would have just let him put 3
I think I'm fed up most of the time when I'm in London. And you never get, you don't
It's just
whistle when
weird,
you're
isn't
fed
it?
up.
Your body just
Whistling's
goes,
a happy
let them
thing.
get on with it, and you
never
trust
get
anyone,
an
don't
angry
you?
man
When you're
suddenly
in that
breaking
much
into
pain.
a-
Well,
The
a
people who aren't
qualified
whistling are usually
nurse,
pissed
yes.
off. But yeah, the bloke
Karl,
who's
of
whistling.
course, has written
It's
a poem
like,
about the
yeah,
experience
it's the least.
entitled
He's the
My
least
Ward.
annoyed person in the room
All I've
when
done
someone's
here,
whistling.
I've been
Same
to,
as holding a drill.
You know,
The only person that noise doesn't annoy is
bad
the bloke who's
experience,
drilling.
trauma.
Everyone else
Trauma, yeah,
wants the
I've
bunch
been
his
through a
face
load of
in.
trauma.
Same with whistling.
So
Which
I'm
goes-
just
there's
finishing
no-
it off
there's
with
no
a
point in
little
whistling.
sort of No, picture there
No,
is. is.
there's
Go on
not.
then.
Dunno. Me. I mean, our
Chinese
window
fella
cleaner was
and an
known
old bloke
as
who
like,
looked like
you know,
Mr.
that's how you
Burns
knew he
from
was
The
there.
Simpsons.
He always whistled. Don't know what was wrong
in the
with
end,
him.
he fell off his
What
ladder,
breaking
broke
wind
his
front seat.
symptoms, retired.
No one visited him or called him.
Well, because he
Seemed
couldn't
quite
whistle.
That was it. It was like,
Well, yeah, he
can't
whistled all
whistle
the
As
time.
well as wind
Can't whistle,
problems,
can't clean
he had a
windows.
colostomy.
It's a bit tragic.
Can he
When
take a
I
long
left,
whistle?
I
Just pop
said
that in
see
his
you
mouth.
to the old man.
Think
Turned out the other
of him.
fellow wasn't Chinese.
Think of that.
What about a
He was
flute?
from Japan.
Or a recorder? Not London's burning
I
again.
never found
Fucking
out.
clean the windows and then fuck off.
He didn't really think this through, did he? He retired at the
You
age
got a
of
little picture
28.
there, haven't you?
His whole family were
Sat there with
bankrupt
that
with
fella.
no teeth.
Yeah. didn't
And
talk
just a
about
why
the
are
old
you
fellow with
working,
wind
Dad? Because I
problems.
can't whistle.
And that's
I
what
can't whistle
poem
anymore.
is, isn't
And
it?
if But the day you detail give up about whistling, you the thought day he I was give up Chinese, window he turned out to be cleaning. Japanese. How is that evocative?
So you never
That's just
whistle?
a piece of misinformation. I can't really
It's
whistle.
just,
I like it.
I imagine a lot of people make
I
the
like
same
it because
mistake.
you know why? It's like he even makes
Well,
digressions
I don't
within
whistle,
his
but I can
poem.
whistle better than that.
Do you know what I mean? It's like he could have gone back and erased that.
What,
but
you
he
did
didn't.
this for
he left,
hours
he
on
left
end
that
while playing
digression
Scrabble?
in,
Hours.
and I think that's
Well,
great.
to be honest, had a
Couldn't
late
work
night
out.
last night because I stayed up to watch a program about monkeys.
So you were whistling after you had your go as well.
Now, before I read on, I mean, is this not some But kind hang of on, let's just hear a monkeys? bit. Is this not a late return to monkey news?
Well, it's not.
That
it's
is
not
Karl's
that good.
self-expression. That is his Whereas the other monkey artistic news is- self-expression right there.
A name, no shit, no
What
nothing.
he says. This is what he gleaned from the program about monkeys. It sat on a bridge and wanted stuff off There's people mental to walk patients who
Oh,
have over. smeared canvases with So shit it was to have acting in some expressed kind more of than tone. you have in now.
This is
But it's not about other
ridiculous.
people.
No, it was
I'm
a
not there to
bridge
please
in,
other people.
like the
You're there
jungle.
to annoy him.
What was the best
shut
word you came
the
up with in Scrabble?
fuck up.
And it's a
Don't knock
monkey
me at
that sat on a
Scrabble,
bridge.
'cause I do
and,
alright.
a
What's
lot of
weird
tourists
is when I play
go through
Scrabble,
the area.
No, it's a
brain
monkey
will come up
who
with words that I
realises
don't normally say.
if he sits there,
Okay,
he'll
this
get
is no
stuff
OG
'cause it
here.
look
Your brain
like
can come up with
it's a
words you
cute
would normally
little
say.
chimp begging.
Just
No, but
words
every
that
time.
I'd
Yeah,
never drop into a
'cause you
sentence.
give a
Free
monkey,
cat.
you give it.
Go on.
Oh, I'm as bad as him now. You give a
Squirm.
chimpanzee a banana, and he starts realising that
That's using a
humans
cube
have
for a
things to
10 minute.
give.
Yeah, but it's all
Squirrels
sorts of
learn that, but you don't go. Oh,
It's not
you
bad,
wouldn't
is
say,
it?
"Oh,
No,
went to
I'd
the
never
park,
say that.
Squirrels waiting at the gate. You have to give them a toll to go in. They don't think you're moving. That's they come up to you every time. You fucking idiot.
Went to bed after watching it and fell asleep thinking about it on the bridge right now. And yet your brain's a bit bad, really, because the monkey should work harder for its food. It made me remember the slug I saw yesterday that was eating bird food.
Anyway, so that's sort of doing art for yourself as
Nobody would
opposed to
ever
other
help a
people.
I don't
slug
think you
with
can count
food
what
like
you
they
just
do
did then
with
as
ducks and
art.
monkeys. A slug's
Hobby,
life
maybe
is pretty
craft,
bad.
pastime.
The only
I
time
don't
they come
think
out of
you
bed
count
then
that
is
as
when
art.
it's raining.
I'm not being funny.
So even
I'm
their
being a bit
days out are
snobby here,
depressing.
but I think there's a difference
Do you know what I mean?
between No. Beethoven and
It is like, it's a horrible thing to be a slug.
There's a cue in that. I've been talking about what is it like to be a slug.
No, just because like the monkey, even though it's been quite aggressive, everyone was like, "Oh, give it some water."
Robert
And
knows
it
it's
was
a
well
distinct-
like
if
kitted
you
out. It
could
had like
go into a
chocolate
flotation
bars,
tank
bottled water,
and
some like
led a
fizzy
whole
stuff.
virtual life,
and all
and
that.
it was the
Live pod
best
existence
life
among humans.
possible.
It could have had one if
You
you
did
wanted one. It was
exactly
getting
what
away
you've
with
always
murder on that
wanted.
bridge.
You became
And that's
the
just because
person
it
you
was
wanted to
furry.
be. You
Yeah, if
did
that was like a blob,
the best things
like a
you could
slug,
ever dream of
there's
doing,
no way people would
and
be
you
that friendly
literally
towards
couldn't
it,
tell
and
the
it just
difference.
annoys
So
me
it
how
was your
you
life.
get this pecking order.
Okay, and you lived
like,
your
no matter what creature you
biological
are,
life out in that tank
favouritism.
and died at
And that
80.
slug was only eating
and
that
had
bird
the
poo
best
because it wasn't
life
being offered stuff.
any
If it was
person could
offered
ever
toffees
have.
or whatever.
You could
Well, it's just
pre-program
sad,
it.
isn't it? It's
Would
come
you
to
get
that,
into
that's
that
what its life
tank
has come to.
knowing what you know now, knowing that you would have the best life ever, with no heartache, no upset, no loved ones dying?
So what's happening when they do only come out in the rain and press in,
Yeah.
they'll probably get
Am
killed
I
in a
having
bit.
them, or are they
That was its
imaginary?
last
They're
meal.
imaginary, but you can't tell the difference. It's the best packet of munchies you ever had.
People
Wouldn't
don't care.
I
prefer
love the
steak and
fact
chips, Carl.
that you
It
went
doesn't
into the
have
flotation
like a
tank
leaf for.
And your
you know, at the end of the day, it's an
proviso was,
insect.
are
They look-
munches
It's
as
not
good?
insect.
No, it's part of
just
that
take it back
gang.
to basics.
That is the
They've
basic.
got every program in life. That's where you'd start, is
Why
it?
do you think
Munches
it's
must
part of
always
that
taste
gang?
It knocks
magnificent.
about in the
Well, it's
woods
just
in the
if you
same
can
place
still
as a
enjoy the
spider
basic
does.
things in life,
But all
then that's when you
you
what
do.
I'm saying is
You do.
they're
You
eating
enjoy
boring
the
stuff because that is what's
You're
in
the not
their
boring
area.
stuff to them. They're not. I have
It's
no
the
opinion
life
of
you'd
it at all.
ever want to live.
They take in sustenance.
And you're living it.
No, but where you
Sorry,
are is what
bit
you eat.
deep.
When
Go
I'm
on,
in
why?
London, I'll have
Just,
beans on toast for lunch. On holiday?
I don't know, because sometimes I think
go on, I'll have a bit.
things don't happen for the best.
So it's whatever you eat, what's in that area.
Sometimes you can sort of
Suzanne
think,
went off to work
I'll
and I went to
enjoy
the
that
shop
if
to
that
buy some
happens.
envelopes. The shop was empty, but the
And
fellow
then
behind the counter was
it
on the
doesn't
phone
happen.
and just kept
And you've
talking,
had
even
time
though
to
he could
think
see I was
about
Oh,
waiting.
but this is perfect.
I started
no,
to
this is
count
built
backwards
in
from 20.
because whatever happens,
When I got to
is for the
6, he
best.
hung up and
so not
served me.
only
I won't
when
use the
you're
shop
in
again.
this
Question,
rotation
why
tank,
count backwards
are you
from 20?
enjoying
So he's
yourself?
thinking, what's
The
going to happen?
things just keep
If I start
getting
counting from 1, it's
better or
going well.
staying as
You
good.
never, you
What,
never have
out
a bad
loud?
day.
You never have a bad
So,
day.
not really loud,
But how
but
long
like
that lasts for
more
before
of a
you go
mouth
fed up
action.
with
So he
this?
could
Well,
see
why
who
would
was
you get
doing
fed
it.
up with it? Because you do
You know, like
something
that.
else. It's the perfect life.
Bear in mind, you're
You
not
just
aware that you're
started
in the flotation
miming,
tank.
counting
You've made
backwards to a
that
man
deal,
in a
but then
shop.
once you're in there, you don't.
He's
You're
on
not
the
aware
phone.
of being in the
The
flotation
shop
tank.
is
You're
empty.
living your
I
life.
thought
It's
he'd like me
perfect. You're
custom.
happy.
He could have served me
Well,
and stay on the
we don't
phone.
know how
Even
you
though
would be
I don't
happy.
like that,
You
at
just
least
have
he's still
munchies every
doing
day and-
what he needs
Well,
to do.
yeah,
Just
get
get
in
in
it.
it. Just get these,
Get in it.
please.
If you don't
Well,
know you've
I
got in this
stood there
tank,
and I thought it's
if
annoying
I
me now.
somehow
My
go to
kidneys
bed
ache,
at night
you
and
know,
inject
starting
me
to get a
again,
bit of sweat,
and then they go,
so I
right,
thought,
stick me in
right,
the tank
I'm going to
now.
give him 20 seconds,
And then I wake
If
up,
he hasn't got off the
fuck
phone,
it, I'm
and leaves
leaving.
there,
You
get
are
his
one
ass
of the
out.
strangest people.
Suzanne goes,
He's just giving
it's a
yourself
nice
a
day,
thing. I
we'll
could have been stood
do
there for
something nice.
ages.
He's
Right,
one of the
go on, get
strangest
work.
people
She
who's
goes, no,
free
I
to
don't have to
walk.
go in
Yeah.
today.
It's
The
about
streets.
right.
Right,
I
let's
set
go.
myself
Now,
a little
what's interesting
target, and I
there
thought I don't
is
want to waste another 30
that,
seconds in here. I'll give him
within
20.
this scenario, I
It
gave
worked.
you
He served me at
any
6.
life
But
to
it
do
didn't work.
anything, and you Yeah, but did chose he do the it because exact you were doing life that you'd you've got finished his now, phone call? except Suzanne's got a day off.
I don't know. I was
Now,
busy
I
counting.
both love that.
Well, I was a
And
bit
sort of-
suspicious, though, that she's just taking a day off.
No
and
way,
going
it's
with
not
it.
happening now. It's not happening, really happening. You can do One anything you like. prediction But I for like the the fact now you future, can question it. And you're not Karl, in the is tank, from and why is an Suzanne got a day academic off, right? study, Now, I love what that, the world 'cause will be that like in suggests to about me that 75 you're years from now. a nice, happy, And a satisfied, big whatever you prediction wanna do they're it, sort of sure contented of person who's is got the that perfect life. androgyny However, will it's rule, almost but like soon you haven't won't fully even understood need the possibilities. a female For or a man in your example, life. You'll just you need wake the up, egg or there's the munch, sperm. it's sunny day, And Suzanne's you'll be able to not at have work, any you're at coupling work. She you goes to want you, or why are not. you flying? Thoughts, And you Karl? go, I just can. But you hadn't even
That
thought that
isn't
maybe
what
you
I
could
do.
fly or
were
swim
you
or
doing?
hold your breath.
You just
No,
gonna have
no,
to
I
watch
heard
it.
that.
You read
This is
an
day
academic
one.
study, Rick, but
Yeah.
let's
Can
find
you
out
go
what
on
Carl's
holiday?
been reading.
Yeah.
I
Like I
heard
said before,
we're,
you don't turn up and go, right,
you know,
it's 1 o'clock,
we're all gonna go
jet
Uber.
ski for half an hour, bungee jumping.
Different
40
point, though,
minutes
isn't it?
after
That's a
that.
different
Have a
point.
nice
Not
roti,
listening to a
and,
word Ricky said.
you know,
No, it's
try a
just
little cocktail.
if we
And
all
what do you
sort of
do?
go
What do you
ugly,
do when you
You
arrive
get-
there?
that will sort the
Yeah.
population
He gets an
problem.
extra syllable in the word ugly.
Case to the room.
Ugly.
You have that panic
Ugly.
of, am I going to give him too
Ugly.
much?
So that just sorts the population out because people aren't sort of throwing it away.
Yeah.
Left, right, and centre.
Well, no, well, then
Mundane
that doesn't sort of. What do you mean?
Sorry, Rick, I don't understand what the hell he said there.
Is
There's
it,
so
are
many-
you
just
saying,
telling us what happens
because
when you go on
everyone's
holiday, what's your
ugly,
point?
everyone
Because
won't
you
want to have it
don't
away
want
more with
fun
the ugly
all in one
person?
go. You want to build
Yeah.
to it because that's sometimes
Okay, I
part
still
of
don't.
it.
You seem to understand what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I'm still
Okay.
confused.
What he
Anticipation.
thinks is that
Yeah,
if we all,
yeah,
if
that
we're all
little
ugly,
bit,
then we
it's
still
about
have this
things
strange
taking time
paradigm
and
of
looking back
beauty
at the
that won't
journey and
exist,
going,
so
how
we
did I
won't
get here?
fancy
Okay, right. Can I
anyone
ask
that's
a
No,
question?
no,
Sorry,
they'll
I'm
still
just-
sort
I'm
of
fascinated to
fancy
know
because at the end of
if
the
you
day we're
decided to
animals,
sign
aren't we?
up
So
to
we'll
the-
still have it away,
float tank
but
idea.
not as
Okay,
much
you
as
can
we'd like
design
to do
your
now because
perfect
it's all
life.
based on
But I
looks.
prefer not
Sorry,
to.
so,
I'm
but
doing
what's
it.
this
No,
got to
you
do
know
with
this
what
world like.
you
Describe
said?
describe a
Imagine Ricky
typical
and I are
town
doctors,
or
okay, we can put you in
It's
country
the
sense.
exactly
You-
right.
all you
Imagine
know from
London.
me
You've still
now
got
is
the
what your
gherkin.
perfect life
You've
is.
still got the
You'll
big
have a
wheel.
computer.
That's
You'll
it's
wake
just
up tomorrow,
everyone's
you'll wonder
ugly.
this conversation
Right,
happened.
and
You'll
they're
have
doing all the
perfect
same
life.
jobs, are they?
If
They
you
do
don't
still-
mind, we're going to
yeah,
take notes
and
now.
the world's
What
got
is
to
the
carry
perfect
on.
What do they
life?
look like? What's
Obviously,
ugly?
living with Suzanne.
Just
We've got
imagine-
munchies,
We've got munchies and we've got
Like,
sunshine.
I'm
But
here
what
to
else
see
would you
anyone
like
when
in
you've
your
just gone.
magical life,
Feel
of the
Yeah.
ultimate life?
Right, well, like that.
Yeah, but hold on.
I don't like this
'Cause it's
idea.
not
No,
like
because
a
we have
strict-
got better
never
looking,
at
haven't we?
work.
If I look back now
Yeah.
at
school
I
photo.
just think
you need. You look at my class and you go, what's going on then?
Right.
You can tell the difference between some of the girls and the blokes. When
he said we've got better looking, I thought he was going to talk about cavemen. Not his school photo. I mean, what happened there? There's no evolution in that time. What are you talking about, Karl?
We've got better looking now, haven't we?
But we will change.
Yeah, we'll
Probably
change.
not in
It's little
75
things.
years.
I mentioned
I
before
don't want that
about
much of a change.
But you won't realise
your
it
little
won't feel
finger.
like change.
There'll come a
It's like
time
old chestnut,
when
isn't
that'll
it? It's the
go. I've
thing
said
of,
I've
like,
watched it. I've kept an eye on what my little finger's doing. Sometimes that was
It
It never helps
You've got to
out.
fill it with a
All the
problem.
others are
Yeah,
grabbing
you're
all
not-
the
he's
stuff.
not
That one
a
just sort of
geneticist.
sits there watching.
Got the
So you could get rid of
problem
that,
in your
and I
head.
think that will go in evolution.
Think of the books he could have read when he was doing that. When he was monitoring his little finger.
He's got a problem hole in his head. It's called his mouth.
Yes.
Right, that is your problem hole.
So, if
I think what's
someone
more
comes up
interesting
and they go, "I've
about the
fixed your
future,
boiler,"
Sorry,
Karl,
can I
is the
just-
fact
No,
that
let me
technology
speak. Let me- I've got a
integrated
question,
with
Steve.
humans
Is the
will be
problem hole
fascinating.
different from the
So, for
problem
instance, they're
gene, or
talking
is that a new
about the
term
fact
for
that
it?
in the future we may be able to have chips in our head that allow us to access the internet or the equivalent of it directly, mentally. So imagine
Okay,
that.
so not French fries.
Okay, go on.
Hang on, though.
So
but
it's better
at
to
what
have, you've got a
point
problem hole in your
are
head.
we us
Yeah.
then?
So you stuff
Yeah.
in a problem.
This is good.
Go on,
Okay,
go on.
yeah, okay.
Now, other
No,
little
because if
problems
I
can't get
if
in
I
because
can
of the
go on
big
the
problem.
internet at any time,
Right. Is that good or bad?
then
Is it
that's going to know more than me.
A standard size
What does
for
that mean?
everyone.
Okay.
Right, no, but that's
When
not-
I don't know an answer to something
Now,
now,
Ricky, I'd say
which is a lot of stuff,
his problems.
Really?
Go on.
Not
Watch
even
University
problems.
Well, how big's his
Challenge.
problem hole?
Yeah.
Same
and the
size
stuff
as
them
mine.
them kids on
But
that
his
now.
problems are all
I just
little
think,
ones.
where have they
Like, you've
stored
got like
that?
a
For
load
me,
of
if something doesn't
Skittles,
get used
I've
within a
got
time
a big
period, that's
cream
it.
egg.
But again,
forgotten about it.
basically, you've got about the same hardware.
I haven't
as
got,
those
honest to
people.
God, I haven't.
What is your problem?
I know I
so
haven't.
big compared to my
So
little
what I'm
Skittles?
saying
What's
is,
the
if I want to know the answer to something, I go on the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
You get annoyed
Now,
easily
if I've got a
with
chip in my head with Google on it,
people chewing loudly,
I'm never going to use my
or
head.
someone breathing,
I'll just be forever on Google.
someone coughing.
Well, I'm not, because what's the point?
head is, though?
Because I'm going to get it wrong. The chances are I'll get it wrong, so divert
It's
that.
not as easy as that.
It's like saying,
No, you can't bypass the brain straight to Google. When somebody's having a chat socially, it's not like they go, "Oh, Carl, how are you?" And you're not there, you're asleep, and Google's talking.
no, only
Exists in life.
No.
That gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It has to go through the problem hole.
I don't watch University Challenge and go, I want to be like them, and I start reading books. I've accepted, I'm never going to be like them. I can't play along. All I tend to do is I say to Suzanne, right, so every question now, I'm going to have egg as the answer.
Has anyone
And I'm
got,
hoping that
has
one
anyone
day...
got a pair of problem balls? Or is it always just... Because Hitler had one problem ball, didn't he? But could
Well, she just
anyone
sees
ever
it,
have a pair of
she
problem
just plays
balls
along,
is
and
my
then I'm
question
saying,
to
oh,
you.
it might be this one, whatever.
I love that, because I remember once, it was about
Yeah, depending on the problem.
5 years
So you
ago,
could have- you could have
Carl
a pair of
Suzanne were
problem
around
balls
near
and one
Christmas, and
problem
me and
hole.
Jane were there. We were playing different parlour games, like charades and that, and then one game, you have to do a thing where you have to beat, and you have to do animals, and you have to go, first one is A, then B, so you say aardvark, next one goes beaver, next one goes cat. It came to Karl, he panicked, and he went egg.
Treat first is my question.
And he was on air.
He said, right, take your problem genes off.
So you're sat there watching University Challenge, and on a good night, it's, you know, well-known Jura Fabergé, it's well-known for his jewel-encrusted wall. Humpty Dumpty's commonly pictured as a...
I'm saying, if you keep saying the same thing, eventually, it's like a broken watch.
Carpenter's
It's always
head
right,
looks
isn't it?
like hay.
Yeah. I think Steve's right. I don't know. I haven't read it, but I imagine he's saying it's the next step
normally
in
enjoy the thing
convenience
when
with
I'm
technology
doing it.
and an
It's
interface
like that
between a
holiday.
human
When I was on
and
holiday.
You don't enjoy the thing
a
when you're doing it,
research
it's
tool
after.
or
What's an example
fun.
of
You know,
not enjoying the thing at the
computers
moment,
went
but
from
you do
being the
after?
size of a room to a thing you can wear on your watch. So the next step, maybe, you won't forget your palm top, you won't forget your iPod, you won't forget your laptop. It's in there. It's an
I know, but it
interface.
makes us lazy.
Carl, it's not a question of... It's not that Google is now Carl. It looks like Carl, but it's just spammy, you know, little pop-ups about offers you can buy and all the cheap holidays here and there.
He's not that So then your brain starts going, look at it like this.
Jesus.
Look, I see it all the time. You go, where are you going to someone?
At the time,
and
I
they
wasn't
go, I'm
enjoying it 'cause
going
I'm thinking, when I get back, I'm
to
going to have fleas on me
Dorset.
again.
Yeah.
Now, when I
What
get a
road are you
menu
taking?
given to me in a
Don't know,
restaurant,
just
Yeah.
pop on the sat.
I go, right, what am I going to do here?
Now, right, well, that's a
When I
start,
came
isn't it?
here, I thought I'd have some
Okay.
lamb chops.
Let's
I've
act
got
that
lamb
out
chops,
with me,
great.
okay?
Wonder how much they give you, because I quite
I'm going
fancy
away
this
for the
pudding
weekend,
they've got.
Carl.
Now I have the
Yeah.
lamb chops, it comes with extra
Dorset.
veg. I eat it, I enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
The pudding I wanted, it's gone out the window,
Are you
I've got
getting
no room
there?
for it now.
Carl.
But you enjoyed the lamb
Oh,
chops.
right,
You enjoyed the lamb
which,
chops. You enjoyed.
which way are you
You can
going?
only so get packs so
Dunno,
much.
what
If
do
you're
I-
enjoying all,
Oh, just
all
making
your life all
making
the
a friendly
time,
chat.
there's
Just,
no point in
I'm
regretting
interested in
anything.
That's just
geography.
greed.
Which way are you
No, I
going?
was looking forward
Well, I
to the
don't know
pudding.
really. I've got a sat nav in my car, and I'm
Yeah, but I
getting
was
there.
enjoying it
What do you
at
mean? What?
point.
But then
Easy.
you take the
Well,
pleasure
I'm
that you had
not.
at
I'm not
that point.
pigeon.
No, 'cause I wanted a
I
pudding.
don't.
Well, you got an A to
You
Z.
want a pudding or you had a pudding.
Yeah,
No,
but
'cause
it's,
I
yeah,
would
it was
have had it
on
for
a
the sake
computer. Yeah,
of
it said,
having it.
what's the difference between
And
looking
then
at an A to Z
it's-
and
it was-
and
I don't know what the whinge is
Not
there.
really, no.
You had a lovely
No.
meal. You had some lovely
Why?
lamb chops. You
Why is it
enjoyed
any
the
different
hour.
that I've got it
That they had
computer?
like
Alright, so I
profiteroles on
can
there.
go
I
along.
thought, I fancy
That's a bit
couple of
dangerous, isn't it? It's a bit.
and a chance
Don't
is
go
gone,
at
I'm
A7
probably
when
not
you're
coming
driving
back
along.
to this
Clive, who are you
restaurant.
talking to?
you
Because
missed
we
the
need to hit the
chance,
road. We
you
need
had
to
the
get
chance,
going.
Well,
you
it's
didn't
just
take it for
this
lovely
fucking
now.
idiot who wants to know
It's
what
like
road
eating
I'm
a
sorry. It was a
spicy
fucking
sausage.
boring thing to ask. Anyway.
Sorry, who's this twat? Because we really got to
He's a
get going.
fucking dickhead. I think he's an A to Z salesman by the door. I mean,
We'll just tell him we're using the sand stuff because it's the quickest, most efficient way of doing
it's
it.
the quickest, most efficient way of doing it.
No, but look what's happened. Would Columbus found America if he had a sat nav. So
Yes,
no, he
he'd
wouldn't.
have put it in America. He would have taken
He
it.
wouldn't. He wouldn't. He only found it because he got lost.
But the next time,
No, if
surely
everybody
you'd be enjoying
just
it
goes-
because you wouldn't have the
How would he,
trauma
an
of the
undiscovered
next
country,
night
be
because
on
you
a
lived through
sat
it,
nav?
and now you're just enjoying the
the
lovely
problem-
spiciness and the sausaginess of
I
the
just
spicy
need
difference between the
sausage.
sat nav
the
and the
problem
map in
is,
that regard.
once you've enjoyed something,
Because I've
it's
found some
very
lovely little
difficult to
cafes on
replace
roads I've never been on.
what you got from that spicy sausage the first time.
Then why are you looking forward to having another one?
Because like I told you,
finding a consonant to a little
I told you she prepares all the food.
Look, she's
I am
packs in the
off to
freezer,
discover
Monday,
the
Tuesday,
unknown
Wednesday,
world.
Thursday, Friday.
Where are you going?
Right.
Well, I don't know yet. It's the unknown
No,
world. What are you
what she
taking?
normally does,
Just
she makes a big pot.
all lazy swim, you go.
She goes, what I'll do, I'll pop that in the
I
Monday
love
bag
the
and
fact
pop it
that
in
he's
the
so
Thursday bag.
Luddite now, he's
It's the
annoyed
same
at the
colour.
sat nav. I
Now,
mean,
she
you'd
has
have
it on
probably
a
given
Monday.
Columbus a
She
hard
loves
time.
it.
Oh, got to come first. Don't you know
It's
where
just really
North is,
good.
you
The spices are
twat?
good, the chicken was tasty.
I'm looking forward to
I'm
Thursday.
looking
I
forward
just
to
think
Thursday.
there's
I can't
something
wait
in
for
being
Thursday.
lost.
I'll call her up.
I
on
never
Thursday
feel
evening.
lost. I just
I'll
think,
go,
oh,
I'll
I've had a
call her
diversion.
on Monday, so you having it on Thursday.
Because you find new things. I'm forever
That's
going
what
down.
Suzanne's asking the French peasant
Something
where
She
the...
was expecting too
You know,
much.
Columbus.
And
No,
that's
what's
the
the most
problem.
interesting
If
thing
I
you
had that
found
spicy
when
sausage
lost?
again, he's never going to
Like I
live
say,
up to it.
normally
So forget the
I
spicy
found a
sausage.
shop
I've
that
had
was
it,
like
I've
a fancy dress
experienced it.
shop.
So you never
Amazing.
Do you need fancy dress to
Just
go
went to
to
Columbus and went to a sat nav. Went to Dorset for the
But
weekend.
this is insane. You never go, why do you need a fancy dress shop? That sounds like the one thing you'd hate is fancy dress.
No, but I like looking at the.
Why are you phoning her
like
up
a
now?
space helmet
She's
in
having for tea. Right, so you found a fancy dress shop. Where are you supposed to be going that you had time to get sidetracked and going off?
I'm just going to a minute. I always give myself loads of time to get lost. A lot. I always give myself.
That's too cool.
I'm just saying,
Well, it's just
that's how you
No, the
find
question is,
little
is it better
treats
to
along the
enjoy
way.
something
And
once
next time you pass
and
it,
not again?
or next time someone says, "Do you know where the fancy dress shop is?"
Because I have no idea because I was lost. I didn't know where it was.
No, but normally I
I'm
will.
not going to tell you.
You
Glad
can
you
either
can't. Have you got an
never
AZ?
enjoy summer
that's
or
harsh.
only
Yeah,
enjoy
find it
it
yourself,
once.
please.
You can enjoy things loads of times. That's what a hobby is. A hobby is enjoying
what have
things
you
over
learned?
and over again.
You keep going on about all this learning. What
Yeah.
have you
What
learned?
have
I've
you
had loads of
learned?
hobbies in the past.
Okay, sum
I
up.
did the dancing,
Sum
I did the
up
boxing, I did,
mankind's
what else have I done?
foray
That
into
is
the
it.
future.
But that's what
I
I'm saying.
want
I'll
this.
soon get
This will
bored.
be the
And that's,
introduction
it's like
to
how
a
you
book
enjoy, you know, I
about the
love
future.
munchies.
It will then be
But I
read in
always
100 years'
enjoy
time and
the
go,
last one.
Carl Pilkington was the
more
most
than-
But that
prophetic
doesn't make
genius
sense. That goes
that's
totally
ever
counter
walked
to your
the earth.
argument.
No, because it's from
These
one
are his
packet.
words from
From
2010.
one packet.
What difference does that make? The
So
first
you-
one, sure,
so-
your favourite.
Just some predictions. Just
you
to
love one
just
munchie,
sum it up. Just sum it up.
You go,
I
I'm not gonna
believe.
take
Start
one
off with.
unless I
I
can have all
can't
of
help to
them,
believe that
particularly
mankind in the
last
future
one.
will. Okay, start off
And
with that
then what?
sentence.
Just have like a top
I'd
five.
like to have
Well,
them
no,
all,
just
please.
predictions.
No, you can't.
predict.
Yeah, okay,
Have
okay,
one munchie,
yeah.
have the
And
first
then a little,
munchie,
and then
I'll
a
have
little
one,
thing to
and then
remember.
I'll
And
taste
remember
them,
ye
I'll
this.
put it
So
on
I, Carl
Well, no,
Pilkington,
they're
predict that in the
munchies, aren't
future
they?
mankind will.
Forget it.
Well, so you'd rather have no
Start
munchies
with
than
that.
one
Start with that
munchie.
sentence. I've given you that one.
I'd prefer to go, do you know what?
All right,
Fancy
I'm
packet
Carl.
then.
But why do
And,
you
Okay,
why do you enjoy the last
Future.
munchie more than the first?
He's already gone off road.
It's a scary
So you know it's
place.
the last one.
Because it's because I'm
But
eating them all in one sitting.
the
I'm
future's
not
gotta
going that's for
happen.
Monday, that's for Tuesday, that's for Wednesday.
Right. There's no
I'm
getting
talking
away
about
from
a packet
that.
of munchies.
Right.
I eat them. There's probably about
your
12 in a
predictions
packet.
are-
Okay.
I shove the first
Well,
4
we're-
in without
we're-
even
we're
thinking what I'm
all,
eating.
It's not a sound bite.
Space
Now,
Games.
when you're getting towards the end, you make them last more. You might
Think.
have
Okay.
to
Think
look what's
first.
inside
Think
them, you're
and
liking
then
this.
say it. Okay. Starting from now. These words of
Every time you
wisdom
buy
will
a packet
be
of munchies,
Yeah.
inscribed
So hold on though, you must enjoy
on a wall of a museum
a
one
packet of
day.
munchies regularly then.
Not as often
Proceed.
as you think. We
I
haven't got
don't
for
know. Well, it's not as I think.
I think
don't
trousers
know. So tell
are gonna
me
be
how
stopped
often you
being
enjoy a
made.
packet of munchies.
Normally after sort of maybe once a month.
just because you see kids
every
now,
month,
they've
you
got
look
pants
forward to
around their
another packet of
ankles.
munchies.
You're going further
And the
and further
same
down.
experience.
What about the end?
So I think that's
The only
evolution,
thing
just
you
getting rid of the
enjoy,
trouser.
look forward to
It's
enjoy,
just dropping
and it
naturally.
fulfills all those expectations.
That's the evolution of the trouser because it's dropping
You
incrementally
see now,
down
if you
the
see
arse.
kids'
Fuck
underpants,
me.
So they're just dropping.
Yeah.
I think they'll get to a point when they just don't bother wearing
What do
them
you
anymore.
think
Right.
happiness is?
one.
Okay,
That's an amazing one.
They'll stop making trousers in the future. Okay.
again, you only
Uh,
know the happiness because of the badness.
We're going to get
You've got to
weaker.
have a yin and a yang.
Well, I know what you
that's
mean
already
now.
that's
I agree
already
with you on this
happened.
because it's sort of no good to be handed
used
it
to
on
say,
a
you
plate.
know,
I mean,
an
just,
apple a day keeps the
just
doctor
from
away.
my own
Now they're
experience,
saying eat 5
working for
fruits.
someone does feel better
Because you've got
So we've definitely, that's evidence. You can't
I
argue
genuinely
that.
think it's better
I'll
to
probably put
start
that
a
first
business,
because he goes,
struggle,
right, what's number 2?
go bust, come
So
back,
swap that round.
then win the
Okay,
lottery.
that's number
Give him the
one.
pants
I
second.
genuinely believe
Yeah.
that.
But you need the mixture, don't you? So you find out what your favourite thing is. It's like a bag of Rebels.
Keep the
Yeah, but you can't cherish guilt or shame.
He's saying pull your trousers up down the same, but I know you
a
can.
box of chocolates.
Some Forrest Gump over there, yeah. Jesus,
But it is, isn't it? There's one or two in there that I don't like.
Like what?
The raisin.
Number 3.
Yeah, no. Metaphorically, what's the...
Yeah, well,
actually named what Reveille doesn't like.
The scholars are now waiting with bated breath when they find this old scroll, and they go,
if you have enough raisin ones,
Yeah.
you eventually
What can
go,
number
"Do you know
3
what?
be?"
They're not that bad.
What?
And that's the thing in life.
What would you have written to Jim will fix it to fix for you? What would have given
I
you
reckon
pleasure as a kid?
we'll
Dear Jim,
blend
can you fix it for me
all
to
our
do
food.
what?
No, because when I watched him fix it as a kid, they never really lived up to what the kid wanted.
But what would you have requested?
But I don't think I would, because I think I saw how disappointed
like
my
what
father
they do
was.
for babies, you mean?
I just think when you think about all the stuff we eat now, cavemen chewing on big lumps of meat. We had wisdom teeth. Now they say take them out. You're not using them. Why not using them? The food soft. Sorbet. Because whatever you ask for, you're always going to get a watered down version.
If Jim could fix it for you to do
You know,
anything,
everything's
what would
softer, isn't it? When you get an
those two-
avocado, they say, is it soft? Everyone's squeezing the food before they buy it.
Yeah.
No one wants anything tough.
One thing, just
So I
one
think
thing to choose
chewing
one
is
thing,
a
please.
sort of a thing in the past. We haven't got the time to chew. Everyone's like, hurry up, eat that. Don't have to go out for dinner with Ricky. He's like, hurry up. Like, I'm still eating
Well, he
it.
does blend his food, I think. Okay, so blending food, great.
Okay, you know what? I can make that dream
I
come
reckon,
true for you right now, Brett.
We can just call you Brett from now on.
Not a problem, Brett.
Brett
What else do we
Pilkington.
do now?
It sounds good.
I've
I
done
love the
two.
fact that it's the Karl bit he wants to replace, not the
trousers.
fucking
No, but that
Pilkington.
doesn't I've come up with this
work
idea.
Because
I told my mum and dad.
It's
It's sort of like
that's what I
glasses,
wanted.
but you can
They
live
started
wherever you
calling
want to
me
live.
that, but then
What do you mean?
Everything
Everything
that's real,
Yeah. So
you're
you
not
said,
looking at
Mum,
that
Dad,
anymore.
call me Brett from
This
now
is
on.
really the
And they
future.
went,
I put this out
Yeah,
on the
but then
10.
I kept forgetting.
This is like...
We're only doing 5, fuck me.
So what you mean is that you look through the glasses and instead of seeing what the real world, you see a tropical
What you want to
paradise.
see. So if you're a young kid and you like the idea of living in the urban ghetto with all graffiti on the walls and that, you can see that.
Yeah, but hold on, are you walking around? Because you'll be bumping into stuff, won't you?
No.
Yeah. Why not?
No, what you
got
mean
told
is
not to
that the
know
stuff
fella.
that's there in the real
Where I
world
went, it's
is
made
being
for old
digitally reimagined in your glasses.
I got
So
chatting with him.
what was a nice country
You can
lane
tell
is
you
suddenly
a lot
now
more.
an
It's got
urban
loads of
ghetto.
graffiti on it.
Sure.
Absolutely
Yeah, but,
mental, pointless, will never work.
Yeah.
Absolutely
But
one of the
older-
maddest
So
things you've ever said.
really weird, that one.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
could be done.
It
I reckon it could be easily
Why
done.
would it be? Okay,
Because
that's
it's
last
kinda
one,
like
that's
he's
number
got
4. That's a load of bollocks. So what's number 5?
red jeans are twice as much there. That's okay, I've got money.
There'll be more letters in the alphabet. Which will carry it off when you're an old man, and especially with the tan.
Why?
I'm a millionaire.
Because we're running out of words now, aren't we?
We've
No,
got
we're
one.
not
That's
running out of
Well, we are.
Most
We are
expensive.
definitely
Yeah,
running out
yeah,
of
yeah.
words.
It's using the letters we've already got,
Yeah.
making new words.
You're
Yeah,
buying
making-
one
yeah.
first.
No, but we haven't got enough now.
You can
Of course
afford
we
your
have.
jeans.
Have you any idea?
way.
You could
So I
you
got
could have a
talking
word
to
with
him.
9 L's
And it turns
before you run
out-
out.
Yeah, Yeah, they do the, in Wales and what have you. That's because their alphabet is shorter than
Loads
ours.
of money.
They've only
Now,
got something
I
like
was chatting to
24
him
letters over
for
there.
about
Right.
They go mental with the L.
What colour is his jacket?
Now what we do is we've got 26 letters,
He's wearing red jeans
but we are
and a
now
white
struggling.
shirt.
Yeah, sort of leather
We're
We're
not
struggling.
struggling.
We are.
We're
How
not.
old is
I mean,
he?
it's a stupid.
Bos
He was
Wallets
well tanned.
in shampoo. Now there's a word where they've gone, well, we've invented something here. We've got something we're putting in shampoo.
Bos
Wallets.
Just a shirt.
Have you just made that up?
No,
It's
now they go. Yeah, but that's a new word because they have to invent. They come up with a new word.
But it's a
Why did you
terrible
notice
word.
what?
Why?
Very much at the arse of the
Bos
Bos
Wallets.
Wallets.
If you look at his face, you can see a white shirt.
That's a real word.
Yeah.
Now this is what I'm saying. So years ago when they came up with all the sensible ingredients, sodium, that sounds alright. Because it sounds like something in it, like an ingredient.
Well, yeah, but that's because you're used to it.
Is this a load of Boswells? Are you winding me up?
No, it's real.
I find out that
It's real, and that's because 26 letters, we've wasted them. Years ago we went mental with the, pneumonia, sticking a P on it, and there's loads of words where you go, what's that letter doing there? Whereas now, they can't do that. They've gone, whoa, pull that back, why is that letter
I
there?
didn't have a clue what he was doing.
And now you've got stuff like abbreviations and stuff. Let's not waste letters. Let's just control it a little bit.
What made you look at his penis?
Things, cars are called things like, GTI or something, because they're going, well, I can't think of the word to call this. So they're giving him
No,
letters.
what I'm trying to say to you
Think
is...
of a word now. Think of a word that hasn't been made up.
Points, I had
What do
no
you mean?
idea.
What
I'll tell you a
has been
word that
made
hasn't
up?
been made up.
All words have been made up.
No, one that
stranger.
hasn't. That could be
Aren't
you.
you
Say if
meant
I
to
invent
keep
something
it
now to put in
above the
shampoo, what
waist?
can I call it?
Keep
Quick.
it...
Cranberry.
Bollocks.
No,
Keep
it's too
it
close to that. No, we can't get that past the advertising person.
Scrimpton.
Scrimpton.
Yeah.